Yo, what's happening, people? Is mic good? Does the sound? It looks like it's peaking out, man. Just turn it down just a little bit. Ever so small. Drop it down. What's good, people? What's happening? Crystal clear, yeah? Cool. I mean, you just see what people are saying. What's going on? Loud and clear, wicked. Oh, shit. What's happening, Bradley? Who we got in here tonight? Who we got? Halo, Armand, Tyler, Ellie, Richard, Zachary. What's good, man? How you doing, my friend? People that I saw that came in first, Ioannis and Ashley. I saw you guys up there. Be my lord, what's happening? Phoenix, how you doing, Phoenix? My guy, Tony. Yo, listen. Watching this live from 40K up. 40K feet up. Okay. Where you at, T? All in good time, my friend. All in good time. There's a lot of logistics happening behind the scenes, man. We got a lot of stuff happening for you guys. Fair play, Galu, man. Nice one, man. Jessica, first class, baby. I'm looking to buy 1 Bitcoin. Jump in now or wait for a bit of a drop. Man, you missed the drop, Kevin. You missed the drop. Although it could drop again. Who knows? Doesn't matter to me. As I said before, we don't care about, where Bitcoin, what price it trades at. We have no interest in that, man. All we follow is the pattern. Okay, then just check getting the logistics and get it sorted out. What's everyone saying today? Is everyone all right? Just reading your comments, man. I'm good, man. I'm good. Merlin, how you doing, my friend? Merlin, today, I mean, if you witnessed, we've been talking about this pattern for a while now. How you doing, Critania? A lot of the questions that you may have they should be pretty much summarized with the two patterns that we've got. We've got Ethereum's pattern here, and we've got Bitcoin's pattern, which is just done. It is exactly as projected, man. I got so much stick for putting this stuff up on the community posts. People are like, you don't understand what you're talking about. Everyone's talking about bearish divergences. Now, we're short-term day traders, man. We don't care about the bearish divergence on the 4-hour and the daily and the weekly. I'm not interested in that. By the time you guys, those kind of traders that have effectively worked out an entry, God, man, we would have caught, 25 different patterns, man. It's crazy. Picking off projections all day with this pattern, man. It's crazy what's happened. Ethereum hit the 200-day and completely, oh, God. I'm not even going to get started. Bitcoin, she's near enough at the 200-day as we projected, man. Look at that. That is crazy. That to me is a perfect projection point right there. It actually nearly tapped it. I'm not interested if it doesn't hit it. All right. That is just as good for me. If you look at your entry point, several entry points, and this is what we're going to be talking about tonight, guys. We're going to be talking about this pattern. Okay. The W formation, the first leg has effectively come out. All right. And we are effectively waiting for, I'll get to it in a sec. All right. I'll just wait for a few people to come into the stream. But yeah, guys, tonight, Mike's going to be doing he's going to be doing his podcast tonight. Yeah. So make sure you guys get onto that. But yeah, the question I've got for you guys now is who took a trade today? Oh, okay. 15 out of 19. Fair enough. 5 out of 5 on our hand. Pancho, how you doing? You've never traded before. No worries, man. That's awesome. That is crazy. Dichunda, how you doing, man? Now we want the moon guys in here. We want the moon boys in here. You know, they need to wake up. I mean, look at the thumbnail. It's a pattern that pays. Sorry. People are angry at this pattern, man. They are so angry. I think we should try something, guys. All right? What I want you to do is go across onto Instagram, right? And if anyone puts up, you know, pictures of trades where they've drawn out all their mad lines and then they've drawn breakages of trend lines. If you can see a W formation, right? Screenshot it, draw the W, okay? And send it back to them. And say, this is the true pattern, my friend. Okay. Orachetnik took the first stab pattern today. 1, 2 out of 3. Happy days. That's good. That's wicked. Miles, man, thank you so much. Robbie, thank you. John, how you doing, John? Yeah, fetch. I've always got time for fetch, bro. Always got time for fetch. You did it on dollar yen. Let's have a look. What did dollar yen do? I know US CAD dropped down today, I believe. Did she collapse today? I believe she did. Yes, she collapsed. We watched it last night. M formation. Well, that's on the 30 minutes. Sorry. There you go. Your M formation up there. Collapse. Rise level 1. Drop. Yeah. Stop hunt. Rise. Drop. That's how it works. Keeping it simple. 10 trades. 10 out of 10. Guys, that is crazy, man. Yassel, man. How you doing, XP? There were quite a few W's. You know which turned south, failed. Why are you ignoring the higher time frame? Bearish divergence. I guess would make your strategy even better. No, Matager, look. How long would I have to wait for a W to form on the higher time frames? I'm not that long-term trader. Short-term. I say it all the time. I'm all about getting in and out. I trade to the moving averages. That is fundamentally the strategy here, guys. All you're doing is trading to the moving averages. Yeah? What's going on, Mohammed? I'm trading to the moving averages. That's all I'm interested in. Why? Because we understand. We understand that people use those moving averages. We drew the W formation. Everyone was talking about Bitcoin dropping all the way down to 49 from here. They were saying it was going to happen here. They were going to say it was going to happen here. Said it was going to happen here. Like, God. Look at the moving averages. They were so fanned out. They need to restore order. Granted, if it comes from this point, hits the 800-day EMA on the 15-minute time frame, which is the 200-day on the hourly. Okay, look what we said about the 800-day EMA on the 1-hour time frame. It's the 200-day moving average. The last time Bitcoin hit the 200-day moving average on the 4-hourly, okay, it bounced back. See, the problem is people are looking at price before at the top, but they're not looking at price right now at the bottom. And they're making that judgment. Granted, it could rise to the 200-day, hit it and drop. Doesn't matter to me. I don't care because I'm going to try and ride the next W formation because this is what we're going to do. We're going to wait for price to aggressively pull away from one zone. It's going to give me vector candles and then I'm going to do a W because they're going to expand the moving averages, okay, on the 15-minute time frame. We're going to trade to those moving averages. Finished. That's the strategy. Done. In and out. I ain't waiting 4 or 5 days, you know, for a pattern to play out. Nah, it's not my cup of tea. Dolomite, of course. Who says we can't? Who says we can't? Granted, if the 200-day moving average holds and it's a resistance point, all right, and pulls back, you can trade to the downside. But for me, the 800-day EMA is flat. The 50 days pointing upwards. The only moving average that actually has to, you know, that's got the least resistance as such is the 200-day because there's nothing left for it to do. Look at the confluence of factors. You've got, they could have gone down lower if they wanted to. Options expiration, like they could have just smashed it down even lower, right? Remember, market maker can do whatever he wants, whenever he wants, all right? Everyone's talking about Bitcoin dropping. Okay. Well, market maker's buying, man. He's buying as much of it as he can. And then he's just going to catch everyone off. Next week, everyone's bullish on Bitcoin. Simple as. Like, it's done. Finished. Oh, God. Am I holding any? No. No. Pure alt game. Fetch, ADA, Raven, Stellar, Ethereum, Chills. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to completely take everything out. I'm going to staking. Finished. I ain't holding anymore. I'm staking. Taking everything out. I'm going into staking. How many chickens do you think it would take to kill an elephant? Oh, man. Who knows, bro? All right, then. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I'm too late, to be honest with you. You can see the green bars of people buying as price drops. There you go. All right, then. Cool. So, question. Question. How many people took this W? I want to know. How many people took the W? Just say yes or no. Or type 1 or 2. Up to you. I know you took it, Mickey. Look at Mike. Is that for every order, Mike, on the grid trade? Liquidity. What W? Honestly, I feel like an idiot. Nah, I don't feel like an idiot, bro. I'm going to explain it in a minute. Man. Okay, then. So you got to spend all day writing my thesis. Oh, that's all right, man. Would I short 54,868? Would I short that? What, the 200 day? Near enough. Would I short there? General consensus says that if it hits a moving average and because price is dropping, okay, people are going to say, yeah, I'm going to short that because that is deemed as resistance. People are already saying it's resistance. But you're forgetting what's been going on. All right. And funnily enough, look at all the blue zones that she's been taking out. Every single one of these blue zones that we projected from yesterday have all played out. And the reason why I'm streaming tonight is because there's so many naysayers that completely dismiss this ideology of trading. It is wild. Absolutely wild. You know, it baffles me. Today we had the patrons on edge. We were updating them continuously. It was crazy. Hold on a second. I'm just going to pull up an image right now. Okay. Right. I'm just about to get an image up for you guys, right? Which is pretty much Bitcoin when it's first started this move. Okay. So this is where we first started off. Is it right there? No. No, wait there. I'm going to see if I've got the image which shows you at the start of this crazy game. Right. Okay. Can you guys see this? I can't annotate it because you can't see my mouse, but can you see that? Yeah, this is an image, guys. Right now on the screen is an image. Yep, you can see it. Okay, so this is what we took earlier on today. So after Bitcoin's initial pump up, all right, and Ethereum's is the 1 hour there. All right, Ethereum, throughout this whole pattern, Ethereum has been leading Bitcoin. All right, so Ethereum moves and then Bitcoin moves. All right, which is really weird. Okay, but it's people. I posted this earlier in the community post just to keep people aware and updated. And at this area here, the critical area for me, I know you can't see my mouse, but you can see the big green candle. Okay, I'll get to the chart in a minute, but I just want you to see this is the power of projection. When you draw out the zones and where you expect price to reach, okay, you then take the factors of what price is doing at that point in time. And then when it plays out, you go back to it and you understand what to look for, okay? So if you look at the Bitcoin on the right side, right, you can see the first blue box, which is lined up with the red candle. If you can see that, you look right, you can see the big green candle has recovered it, okay? Then we anticipated that the 54,864 was going to get taken out. Patreons effectively received that notification. That would be the range daily high. All right. We were looking for the range daily high, and that is exactly what happened today. They hit the range daily high. Why did it hit the range daily high today? So let me flip it back for you and show you why. Okay. Can you see that? So let me drop down to the 1 hour time frame. Let me zoom in, tidy up my charts, and make the lesson begin. Okay. So what do we know? All right then. Cool. Are you ready for this, guys? What's going on, Josh? Kasim, yeah, that is. That is very true. Very true. Just looking at the comments here. Okay, cool. Mooney's waiting. It's going to be a chilled out live tonight, guys. We're going to chill it out. Yesterday's range high. Right, okay, so look. The range daily high was the 54. I'll pull it up right now. The range daily high that I quoted earlier on today. I'll tell you exactly what it was. Okay. 2 seconds. I'm just going to pull up the exact figure of what it is. Yeah, the 54,854. All right. So 54,854 was literally there. Let's go there. Okay. That's the range daily high. How you doing? Procrastinator, where you been, bro? Nah, no superstar, man. It's all a community, bro. People are fans of the fans. Do you understand? People are fans of the community. I think we will dump. You know what? If it happens, then there you go. Like, guys, listen. Okay? It doesn't matter if Bitcoin, I mean, for an investor, maybe, but for a trader, it doesn't matter if it goes up. It doesn't matter if it goes down. We profit from it either way. Okay. Now, I'm going to explain to you exactly how this pattern has played out and where we could be looking for the near future of what Bitcoin could go. Do you think fib circles play out? Oh, gosh. Nah, man. You know, I've been looking across the board, all right? Guys who've been talking about Bitcoin's behavior, you know, and every single one of them completely dismissed what was going on down here. No one has paid any attention to what's been going on down here. No one. I mean, if there's anyone that has, please let me know. What's going on, London? No worries. DB, no worries. The pivot point is... Where is it? 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 I can't even see it. Where is she? Do I even have it on here? Do I even have this on there? I don't. I don't even have the pivot points, do I? Surely I have the pivots on here. Can anyone see it? What? Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. There you go. The GMT. 7 it is for me. If that helps. Okay then, cool. Where we at? Okay, so just before we start, can we do some housekeeping? I didn't start off it last night, but 300 likes, 1,000 viewers nearly. Happy days. Let's get the likes up. All right, and cool. Let's start off with the logic behind what's been going on this week. We're at Friday. It's the end of the week. There's one or two things that can happen on a Friday. Price can either be, on a Friday, we can either see a profit on Friday. So market makers move price out of a zone, okay? Or they can hold the zone, all right? Now this zone earlier on today got people itchy, man. Yeah. It got people itchy. This pattern here was a perfect pattern. All right. Because the W formation is the variation of the inverted head and shoulders. All right. It's an inverted head and shoulders. That's all it is. All right. And it's worked out perfectly for us. Now, remember, guys, we're day traders. We're not out to see. Listen, if you see a W, don't make the mistake of thinking that you're going to see a 3-day cycle from that one W. You're not going to get a week cycle from that one W. Granted, the bigger the W, maybe the bigger the move. Okay, we get that. All right. But man, if you just the way this W formation played out, I strongly advise that you guys take a screenshot of this. I'm going to leave it on the screen for a moment. Take a screenshot of this pattern. All right. Take a screenshot and just have it somewhere in front of you. All right. Because this is effectively a textbook setup. All right. No, it's not the midweek reversal. It's literally was a perfect setup. Picture out of focus, man. We're running 1080p on here, man. You need to go, if you're on your mobile, okay, there's the 3 little buttons at the top. Make sure you press that and go to 1080p. It automatically goes to 144 for some reason. Yeah, screenshot it and put it. It's all Tino's Moon Boys. Okay, so when you want, let's start off. Okay, here we go. So we come back. Let's always come back and understand what we are dealing with. M formation, start of the week. All right. We started the week off from an M pattern. Okay. Are you ready for this? Pen and pad. We can expect a bearish run in an hour. Perfect. We'll trade it. Yeah? I am a moon boy. Oh, God. All right, then. Here we go. So you've got the M pattern that started on Monday. All right? Now, there was a lot of speculation here. Okay, we saw this. Was this the M pattern? No. Was this the M pattern? No. Then we have a massive extended pattern. Always remember, the M formation has to include an aggressive move to the upside. Level 1 and level 3 are always aggressive moves. Okay, so when we consider what the cycle is as a whole, you guys remember the image that we have. All right, I'm going to bring up a chart. Okay. And we are going to draw that weekly cycle just for demonstration. All right. We've got to bring it back to school. Okay. Flip it over. Here we go. So let me just get that up. Trading view. Happy days. Bring the chart up. I don't know where he's gone, Adriana. I really don't know. It's a bigger ocean, man. It's a bigger ocean. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, my days. Look how close she was to the previous projection. I said 130, 128. Happy days. Anyway, here we go. I've already got it here. Wonderful. Happy days. Cool. Right, check this out. This is the weekly cycle. All right. So if anyone is new to this channel, please take this in, because the basis of this strategy that we use is based on understanding this pattern as a whole. All right. So check this out. Normally, the week starts here, here, or here. Where are we at right now? Friday. We're coming in towards the end of the week now. Obviously, cryptocurrency trades on the Saturday and the Sunday, but the Sunday is effectively the end of the start. Sorry, the start. Saturday is the start of the week for crypto. All right. Sunday, 12 a.m. Sunday. All right. 12 a.m. Sunday is when the new week starts. We are right now in Bitcoin. We are at a W formation where we're coming out of the pattern. All right. So I'll get to explaining what's looking to happen next. But this is the cycle that we look for. All right. You could see that last Monday, we started off with an M formation. Okay. So going back to the chart, we've got ourselves the following. So we saw the market makers come out of the zone. This M pattern was valid because of the aggressive move to the upside. All right. We need to see at least 1 or 2 vector candles. And granted, that was there. 3 is better. Okay. But we have to have a little bit of criteria. So you got the 1 vector candle there. You got the 2nd vector candle there. Do you see how and why it's so important that you expose yourselves, okay, to variations of the patterns? A lot of people are trying to be, you're trying to take these patterns as static. No way are they static. Because you got to imagine, market makers know that these patterns are being drawn. Look at the Wyckoff method, Elliott wave. They need to throw people off. No, it's not off. It's not invisible. It's right there. Okay. So we've got the M pattern that started on Monday. All right. Now, we had the first aggressive move out of the level. Level 1 is always aggressive. Look, vector candle, rise to the 50-day moving average, drop, level 2, rise, confirmation, level 2, drop, level 3, okay, peak formation, where we at? W pattern. Now, we said this 2 nights ago. We said this. No, yeah, we said it here. All right. We said that we are effectively working a bigger W here. All right. A bigger drop to the downside. First leg of the W formation. Happy days. We then effectively concluded with an inverted head and shoulders pattern. And that was from last night. Okay. Price has obviously come back up. Now pay attention to what's been going on here, guys. All right. This was the biggest clue for me. Okay. How do you set the projections? Oh. Well, you don't set them as... Look, it's not how do you set them. I'll explain. I'll explain. Okay. Yeah, I'll show you where the entry would be. Michael, they do. They genuinely know. They know that we know. But isn't it great that they don't care? Because all they do is just extend price out a little bit. Look. We were looking at this pattern. Look, this is how they throw you off. All right? This is how they throw you off. Look, we all know that we're waiting for a vector candle to appear. All right? So we're looking for the first leg, sorry. So here we go. Look. Vector candle 1, 2, 3. Oh, have we got a W? Okay, cool. I'll draw that W. Start of the first leg. Drop. Rise. Okay, I'm waiting now for the second leg. Well, the second leg did come, but it actually took out the whole previous zone. Now, granted, it spiked the low and came back up. All right. But most people would have seen that as an invalid W formation. And you probably would have not bothered trading Bitcoin. All right. Would you have had the patience to, you know, stick around and see if the pattern would form? So then let's look at what else you could have done. All right. You've got the main drop to the first leg to the downside. All right. You then come down here and you think, okay, is this the true start of the W formation? Although it's small, it's got a nice long big vector candle. Was that the start of it? So then you start drawing your patterns. Rise up, pull back, and then continue back up. Now you would have known that the second leg would have needed a little bit more movement to the downside. All right. You may not have traded this because you would have said, well, it's not actually really pulled back far enough to grant, you know, to induce more short sellers. So you may have passed on that because it didn't fit the criteria. All right. But when you look back, all right, and then you start paying attention to the bigger picture of it as such, look what you've got. You've got the first leg to the downside, rise back to the 50-day moving average. Well, not at it, but near enough. Okay. Comes back and tests the low. It retraces back to the 800-day EMA. All right. Pulls back. We have our inverted head and shoulders pattern. Okay. Now, not many people would be thinking, hold on, how is that a valid W when the peak should be here? And then to completely throw you off, you've effectively got 2 peaks. So you're thinking, shit, what am I going to do? Is it a W? What is it? I don't know. You'll get confused and you'll leave it. All right. So what have you got? You've got an inverted head and shoulders, which is a variation of the W formation. Variation. You see, this is why this is a textbook setup, because it's a variation of a W within an inverted head and shoulders. The M pattern is effectively head and shoulders pattern, but a variation of it. All right. Check out the stock to flow theory. Oh, theories don't get discussed in here, man. You could say that fractal earth. Yeah, you could say it's a ghost W. Yeah, it is a ghost W. I'd like that. Okay. Remember, this is on the hour time frame. When you zoom into the 15-minute time frame, you're going to see a hell of a lot of W's and M's, man. I'm telling you, it's going to throw you off. Look. So, you've got... How many have you got in here? Jesus, what am I doing? There we go. Cool. I mean, look, you had a W formation right there. Can you see it? Pattern within a pattern. They threw you off down here. Drop, rise, drop, W formation, trade it to the 50-day moving average. Guys, when you're putting down size, you can capitalize on these moves. Yeah? It'd be maybe risky, but you would have to expose yourself to a lot of trades and a lot of patterns to understand that you could have traded this move here. Whenever you see price collapsing to the lows and you see these big clue candles here, all right, at some point they're going to come back and test the moving average. And they always do it every single time they do it. Yeah, look, they did it here. Drop, came straight back. Did it touch the 50-day? No. Principally, what it did was it came back. And that's what you need to understand. All right? So where would have my entry been on this? Well, where was my entry? It was on the print of this candle down here. It was on the print of that candle on the close. All right? It was on the close of that candle right there from last night. Pretty much left it, but I didn't put any size on. It was a test trade. We entered here and we've just pretty much rode all the way up. Didn't close it at the 800 day. Closed it up the M4. Why? Because we confirmed the M2. That's why I entered there. The M2 was confirmed on that candle. That was the basis of my entry. This pattern here, guys, is a textbook entry. Everything that we've been discussing, okay? Everything we've been discussing. I'm testing it out, guys. That's what I'm doing. I'm testing it. I ain't full on trading it. No, I'm not full on trading it. No chance. I'm testing it out. You know, I'm trying to work out position sizes based on the spread. My broker isn't budging on the spread. So I'm trying to work out the best position size based on how I'm able to exploit an entry without, because I'm going to put down, going to have a decent leverage on it, okay, within the broker itself. But I want to make sure that my execution factors in that I can actually absorb the spread, all right, within the move, so that I haven't got to worry about, you know, sitting in a spread zone and just, there's method to the madness, guys, basically. There's a reason why I'm doing it. I'm testing trades. I've been testing it all, what, for the past 2 weeks. I've been trading Bitcoin and Ethereum for the past 2 weeks. I've been only taking small trades on the account as such. I'm trying to test it out. I'm still testing, and I'm just taking W's and M's and everything else. What would Dollar Yen say? She ain't saying much to me, you know. I'm telling you now, she's not saying much to me. I've not had a great experience with Dollar Yen these past few days. She ain't happy with me. But yeah, the confluence of these M pivot points is huge. All right, the M2 was confirmed at that point. Rise out, retrace, continuation. Because I projected that from this point here, I'm looking to see the 200-day moving average. And that's exactly what she did. She came out, retraced. Now the pin to the low here, these 3 pins to the low right here was the clue. And then I just held the trade all the way up until the M4. Why? Because we know that when M2 is confirmed, the projection point is M4. Gerben, I'm trialing it out, my friend. This is what I'm saying. I'm testing it. If I can put my hands into another market and crush it there, happy days. You know, Forex is just a strategy. It's a machine for me right now. I've got the strategy for it. You know, I know what to do in that area. I know what to expect from the crypto. Sorry, I know what to expect from the currencies. I know what Dollar Yen's doing. I know what gold's doing in relation to it. We got Kiwi Yen. We got Dollar CAD. You know, we got basically we got the majors and we got the minors. All right, it's a Friday. You know, nothing much happened today. Well, it did, but it was only just because of the expiration. Well, no, because look, I entered on this candle here, Bepe. And on the 2-hour rule, every 4 candles is 1 hour. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm in profit. Okay. Granted, it did come back down. Okay. But I was in profit within those 2 hours. So that means I caught the momentum. Okay. So the gamble for me was, would I hold to test if the pullback was going to continue back to the upside? But you have to consider where you are in the chart. We have the bigger pattern. You know, you've got the bigger time frame. You're working on a pattern. And this is what I'm saying. I'm testing. Yeah, I'm not going to be putting anything down fully, you know, based on what I do with Forex. Yeah. So this is why, Beppe, this is why I don't tell anybody about my trades. I'm very discretionary in the sense of trading. Because people will say, hold on a second, you should have exited the second leg of the small W. No, X, Y. You'll all ask me questions about the strategy. Now, remember, I've been applying it for a long time. I know my boundaries. I'm giving you guys the system in the sense where you guys need to understand how to apply it before you start trying to bend the rules. You have to, you have to know where you are with the strategy itself. Know when to break the rules. There are rules that you have in place, but you have to understand when to break them. All right? That's how it works. No worries, Mr. Mokro. Thank you very much, man. Dad's channel, listen, I mean, that's why I don't use TradingView, because I don't understand if it's been coded correctly. I don't know, man. I really don't know. The pivots, they're all based on different brokers' time zones, sorry. So it's a little bit, you know, you have to be, I think you have to continuously update the broker, or I think TradingView change brokers whenever there is a new session. I don't know. I really don't know. That's probably why we have different endpoints. Could it be down to the coding? Who knows? I don't know. I had no problem with riding it from just above your entry with almost 60. Happy days, Chuck it. Happy days. Cody Ray, how you doing, man? What you after? Oh, okay. Okay. You want silver? Where you at? I'll pull that up. Nice W formation down there. Hold on a sec. Wow. V pattern. That's a crazy V pattern. Absolutely crazy. M formation rise. Here you go. Weekly pattern on silver. M pattern. Level 1 drop. Yeah. Level 2. Level 3. There's obviously something happened there with silver. New pattern. New weekly cycle. Up to the upside we go. Happy days. Yeah. I'll do a bit more of analysis, bro, in a bit. So yeah, this move today, guys, a lot of people doubted it. And across the board, everyone was bearish. But you have to understand what was going on, okay? The moving averages are so critical in this, guys. All right? They are so critical. Did he update it today? Okay, cool. Your daughter is a Cardano. No way. Yeah, it's wild because, yeah, I'm all good today, man. I'm all good today. The moving average, right? Okay, so how many people have we got in here that are new? Who's new to this channel? Because I'm seeing a couple of questions for the people that aren't really regulars in the channel itself. Sorry about that, guys. What level is the W leg at now? There is no level in the W right now. I'll show you what's going on. Okay. New. Okay. Just new for tonight. That's all. No worries. Okay, cool. Look. So look, now that we have effectively come out, this is the first move out of the W formation. This is what we've been waiting for. Okay? This is what we've been waiting for. Now, when you use the 50-minute time frame, okay, you're going to see more cycles and more patterns. Okay? I know, Cody, man. I know, man. Back in the day, bruv. You know? But nothing's phasing me, man. Yeah? So, look. I'm going to get to the context of it all now, guys, because I know there are guys that are actively waiting to see what's going to happen next. All right? Here we go. So, we've formed the W formation. The criteria for the pattern has been fulfilled. We've hit the previous zones. Happy days. Okay, if you go and watch last night's stream, we explain it clearly, and the stream before that. All right, we talk about the levels all the time. Where did we expect Bitcoin to go? And she did exactly just that. All right, I'm going to do Ethereum next. Okay, so this section here, W formation coming out the pattern. All right, now because of the way Bitcoin traded today, all right, it was a nice slow trend. We know the slow trend is the true trend. All right. When it's rising slowly like this, and there's none of this right here, fast move is the false move. It was brilliant when this was happening. People were saying Bitcoin's going to go straight to 42, 42, 42, 39. The ambitious guys were talking about 0. Yeah. So, slow trend is the true trend. That's what we wanted. The critical point for this pattern here was what were the moving averages doing? Okay? Patreons, if you got the updates, go through the previous posts, all right? How this move played out. Study it, all right? Because you're seeing a projection play out. The idea of these streams is to sit you through the real-time development of price, okay? When you draw your own levels, when you draw your own projections, okay, and come back to them, how did price play out? If it played out, study it. If it didn't, study it. You're only training your eyes, guys. That's what I'm trying to get you guys to do. You've got to train your eyes. The concept for tonight is to understand why the moving averages were assisting us in effectively realizing this pattern, all right? Look at the sharp drop. Look at what price has done. It's completely pulled away from the 50-day moving average. Came back, tested, pulled back. This last pullback here was the biggest clue for me. I'll bring it back down to the hourly. Look, I said it earlier on. Okay? Watch this. The clue for me that the market makers were done was this big red candle here. All right? It was that big red candle there. Can anybody tell me why? Can anyone tell me why that would have been the biggest clue? Why? Just a few words. Yeah, listen, guys, I do the Discord. Okay, the Discord, I do talk about the charts, okay, but the patrons, they get a little bit more detail, okay? So I spend a lot of time with those guys there. But I do the fair exchange for everyone. I'm just having a look. I'm just having a look at what you guys are saying here. Sold all their shorts. Sold all their shorts. Trapping shorts, stop panic, 3 candles. Last liquidity on the bottom side. Thoughts on harmony. What's the final big red candle after many in order to get the last drops? Dropping bombs. Above the moving average decisively. Stop hunt. Soviet Union. 3 becomes below. Trapping the shorts. Shorter longs. Okay. ADR low. Yes, of course. The ADR low was there. That's even bigger. There is a wick there, John. There is a wick. Yep. Trying to induce shorts. Okay. The general consensus says that it was trying to induce shorts. Okay. And yes, this is a pre-recorded video. Pre-recorded at 6 minutes past 11. Speaking live. Because YouTube allows you to pre-record live videos. Well, it does, but you can't go live on a pre-recorded live video. Well, can you or can't you? I don't know. You probably can. John Wick. That's hilarious. That is, yeah, you said it. John Wick. I just realized what I said. John Wick. Oh, shit, man. Yeah, of course. Yeah, super chats that are answered pre-recorded. Okay, then. This candle here for me was the clue that the market makers created a climatic movement. It's a climatic candle. All right. It was the last candle. Ask yourself, and you've heard me say it before in the streams. How many times have I said to you guys, how can they have such an aggressive candle to the downside and shit goes the opposite way? I mean, come on. I mean, if you're on that candle at that time, how would you see any type of that indication? Mike, listen, you can say that on the basis of not understanding what's going on as a whole. Okay. There have been instances where I open longs when candles like this are forming. Because I'm doing exactly what the market maker does. Mike Dutch knows a thing or two about it. It's called grid trading. All right. You're opening positions whilst the market maker's opening his positions. When I say I'm testing, that's what I'm testing. Okay. I do it in Forex. Got it down to a T in Forex. Now I'm trying to test it in cryptocurrency. And the idea is I open longs when price is collapsing. It's dropping in context of the fact that we have dropped previously here. The vector candles have been appearing. Okay. And we are in line with the general cycle. All right. If you can see that the cycle from the top of the pattern up here, M, level 1, level 2, level 3, peak formation. When I see that big red candle, when I see the influx of candles coming in, or volume as such, all right, when they get aggressive to the downside, that's when I start buying. I'm copying the market maker's intentions here. I trade very light when I do it. I don't open massive contracts, but I open lots of contracts on the way down because I know we have an intention to continue back to the upside. We are so far away from the moving averages. We need to have a reversion back to the mean. That's a theory that you can go and research. Go look up mean reversion. Yeah. So the way you get these green and red candles, guys, if you're from the States, unfortunately, you can't. Well, you can only if you go to Oanda, can't even say it, or forex.com. All right. But if you're not from the States and Canada, you can go to IC Markets Live. The description is in the links are in the description. Guys, you can tell I'm battered, man. The links are in the description. Open an account with these guys. Download MT4. Once you've done that, go to the Discord, which is pinned to the chat. All right. And go to the indicators download. I'm going to try and change up the availability for the indicators as well. I want to try and make it in your face so you know where you guys need to go when you first download MT4. So I'm going to change up the channels. I'm going to run that through with you, Mike. We need to create, a part on the Discord where it's start here kind of thing. For anybody new, start here, and we've got everything that we have there so that it avoids having to ask all these questions, before they actually get the indicators or before they even start coming to the streams as such. Okay. I don't know if you can do it in Canada, to be fair, man. I just don't know. IC Markets apparently doesn't open it for the US residents. I don't know about Canada, but I've heard you can't do it in Canada. Yeah, there's loads of other brokers that do offer the MT4. So it's whatever you can find. For convenience, I've got a link in the description for you. I've been using IC Markets for about 7 years. So they're all good from my perspective. Okay, then. So, yeah, look. This aggressive candle to the downside was effectively the clue. Because when this area happened here, all right, we're at the moving averages right here. Look, this is the 800-day EMA, which is the 200-day moving average. And from last night's stream, I explained to you to help you understand, okay, why this area is so critical. So whenever they pull away from the area and then they come back to it, it's really revealing the true intention of the market maker. All right, it's letting you know that they are at an important point in the chart. The 50 days came down, the 200 days pointing down, the pattern itself forms below the moving averages. And look at the psychology behind it. Okay. Oh, scammer's nightmare. Here we go. Everything on this site is fake. You will probably not believe it now, but it will be proved. This guy is no real trader. Oof. Sorry, man. That's crazy. Well, I've done very well to help the Discord accumulatively and collectively earn $500,000. So that should be something you can verify. Please join the Discord. Oh my God. People are angry, man. Please don't trust the pattern. Okay, then here we go. Let me just look at this stuff. Oh yeah, standing. I'm not worried about that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. It's all good. Okay then, so. I mean, look, if you don't trust Tina, go waste your money on autistic crypto face. Oh God. Okay, so Tina, we hit the range daily high for today. Technically reset. Now, as a new trading day, we can dismiss the old range daily high. Yes, you can dismiss it because a new one is formed. All right. You can dismiss it. Okay. And where we are moving next, yeah, I think we should expect further retracement. So look, we're only going to know what's going to happen here. All right. Based on what she does at this 200-day moving average. You can see that we are kind of extended from the pivots. We've got one more zone to hit. Yeah? Now, here's something really important. All right? What do you notice about price in relation to this whole area here? What do you notice? Let's see if anyone's been listening. All right? What do we know? There we go. No. Someone said it. Who said it? Who said it? I just saw it. Who said it? Who said it? There you go. Beppe said it. I'm just looking at your comments. This helps me see what you guys understand. It helps me see what you guys understand. There you go, yep. You see the psychological levels, but what do we know about the psychological levels? On it. Yeah, I know. Is the touch of the M5 and I have to go M6? There's no M6. Moon boys are hurt. You could say that. So we understand that the true psychological zone itself, all right? The true psychological zones The true psychological support and resistance are the range that the market makers set at the start of the week. Okay? So look. Look at this. At the start of the week on the 20th, if we go to the 20th, all right, that's a Saturday. All right? So we know that Saturday is when a new week starts in crypto. All right? That's when it starts. So that's when they start formulating these ranges. Okay? Market makers on the Monday, well, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, effectively determine the range from the get-go. That range is then transpired across the whole week. All right? It's the true support and resistance. Not all these other support and resistance zones that people draw on TradingView and that you see all over Instagram and what have you. Granted, you know, it's how they understand how to read price. To be honest with you, there's no context to it. If you're simply drawing lines and just basing it purely off technical analysis, you ain't going to be long in the game, man. You're going to be playing that break-even game for a very long time. All right? So, notice what they do. They come out of the zone, come back, test back, and then they break away from it, and they break away aggressively. All right? They've set the zone. They come back to it again. All right? Look at the confluence there, man. The 200-day moving average, the support and resistance zone there. Okay? That's the support. The low end of the psychological zone. All right? Rejected that and completely tanked. Okay? Completely tanked. If you go back in the stream a couple of days ago, when we formed this, I believe it was on a Tuesday. What day was that? The 24th. So the 24th. Sorry, Wednesday. Okay, midweek reversal. All right? There's your reversal. Drop. Okay? Price has dropped and it tapped the psychological zone and pulled all the way back. They knew what they were doing. They completely collapsed price in the midweek reversal. Level 2, drop. Yeah? And then where we are right now, rise up. Now, this level here, this push to the upside, all right? So people are probably thinking, so where's level 1? All right? As I said to you, level 1 and level 3, okay, they're tricky zones, they're aggressive zones, all right? The levels and the cycles are, they are difficult to determine, okay? So look, this would be granted as a level 1 because price has come out the W formation. However, it's still within its pattern and it's coming up to the 200-day moving average. What I need it to do is I need it to completely rise up, come back and test the 50-day moving average whilst the moving average is edging towards the upside. When it comes back and tests that moving average and consolidates and then continues back to the upside, happy days. That to me is the true level 1. So we are still in the W formation movement away from the pattern. Okay, so we're trading away from the peak formation. Okay. No, because it's the start of a new cycle. All right. It's the start of a new cycle. What's going on, New Retro? How you doing, man? Biggest army, man. Thank you, guys. For scalping on a 1-minute scale, are you able to show us a kind of... Yes, I will be. Well, tomorrow I will be. For the members tomorrow, we've got... And the members and the patrons tomorrow, I've got this Forex session tomorrow, where we're going to be looking at the moving averages on the time frames that I use. So on the 1 minute, 5 minute, and the 15-minute time frame. So it's in line because last week we spoke about the stop hunts, how I use those zones to effectively, exploit the market maker's intention. All right. You can apply it to crypto. It's just crypto itself. There's a high spread, man. That's the problem. A lot of people say it's high spread, but it depends on how you trade it. I mean, I don't know too much about Bybit, BitBuy, whatever, Binance, the platforms. I don't really look at those platforms, to be fair. I should really, so that I can apply and help you out even more. But if you really want help on that, go to Ask Mike Dutch. He's your guy. He's your guy. And PC Shed. PC Shed knows a thing or two about scalping. I mean, the guy cleared nearly £100,000 in 6 weeks from following this channel. So we must be doing something correct. It is an ugly W, but it's a variation of the inverted head and shoulders. That's the thing. Mark, you're panicking. You're panicking, man. Chill out. Look. Hold on. 15-minute time frame. It's tested. Would love it if you did one video looking at the long-term Bitcoin patterns. Okay, then. I'll do that. It's testing the 50-day. What do you mean? Help me out, man. Please check the 15 minutes. It's retested the 50-day. Well, it retested the 50-day there. And look, you can see a W pattern on the 50-day. And it's a lovely W pattern as well. Look. You could have traded that easily. You could have traded that so easily. All right? Because look, rise. Retrace. Continuation to the upside. 800-day EMA profit target. Are you short, Mark? Something has clicked, Mr. Dub. Well done. Well done. I'm glad. Rainbow, listen, you're always going to have a variation of the W. Umar, no, I haven't. I saw him tonight live. I watched how he understands price. So I'd love to have a conversation with him, but I don't know if he'd like that. Right, Sean, I always make sure that the members get the stream for Saturday. Always. I share it across the board. All right, make sure that the YouTube members get it. Okay. Got to walk the dogs now. No worries. No worries, Mr. Dub. Take it easy, brother. Brought a new 5K CPU because of your pattern teaching. No way. Well done, Crypto Casper. Well done. Question. Assume that we are on the next retrace. MMs will go all the way down until the lowest green vector candle, which is not yet cleared. Question. Here we go. Let me get to that. Let me show you something. That candle was cleared. I'm glad you said that. That candle was cleared. Look, this is what you got to pay attention to with these green candles. All right? Do you understand when I say that it actually recovered it? Can you see it? Full man, watching you is like force feeding yourself. It's not pleasant, but the gain are what you want. Sorry, man, it's not making you happy, bro. Between you and Mike, it's 8 hours. That's why it's not pleasant. 8 hours, man. That's crazy. Crypto Casper, in 2 courses, I paid $2,500 for Cameron Ford's course, and he taught nothing about technical analysis, just give signals. Yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. You know, guys that go off and scam people $2.5 grand and they don't even give them the context, and I get dumb motherfuckers coming into my stream trying to say I'm not a real trader. Oh, you motherfucker, I hate them. I actually hate them. I hate them. Yeah, I should let them get to me, but fuck, the principle's there, man. I hate it. I hate that shit, man. Sort of new. How you doing, Ron? Sort of new to the crypto market. To you and the market, crypto hard for me to get in due to the state laws. I'm hoping you're teaching. You can do it, Ron, in the stock market. I'll be honest with you. You can do it. But the stock market, I don't know if you see that much of a... not as much volatility. Okay? You don't really see much volatility in the stock market unless you're trading gaps. All right? If you're trading gap zones and what have you, then... You know, it's a different thing. But you can apply it. You know? Yeah, I am triggered. Trust me, I'm triggered. Yeah, so look. Sorry. This green candle, we know that the candles need to be retraced as much. Okay? But notice it already retraced it. So Christopher's comment about it needs to come back to that green candle. No, it doesn't. Why? Because it's already been fulfilled. This is why when I saw this happen, I knew for a fact that they were going to continue back to the upside. Why? Because they didn't want to gather any more shorts. All right? They wanted to move out of the zone. All right? They wanted to get out of the zone so that they could continue with their intention of getting their longs closed at higher prices. Remember, when they go short, when the price is dropping, market makers are going long. Here, they built more shorts and then they managed to close the shorts at a profit and build longs at the same time. Yeah? And then price instantaneously moves to the upside. Test the 800-day EMA. Pin to the low, bounce up. All right? Now we're at the 200-day moving average. Bitcoin is pretty much moving up. All right? We've got Tokyo in half an hour's time. There's two things that can happen. All right? This is the W pattern. Price rises up. We need Bitcoin now to rise out of the 200-day moving average. Come back down and test the 50-day. But from what I understand, I believe she may actually hit the M5 this evening before she actually does pull back to the 50-day. If she hits the M5 first, all right, and then comes back down, that would be deemed as level 1. Then when price moves back up towards the upside and takes out the previous high, if the high is formed at M5, then we will be working on level 2. So now what I'm expecting from Bitcoin is 3 levels to the upside, which is why I'm still projecting these zones. I'm looking for these zones right here. Granted, they could hit the 200-day and completely collapse. Who knows? Yeah? These are drawn automatically. And they are in the Discord. They are in the Discord, so you can download them. They get drawn automatically. Crypto Cyprus, is this thing going to start flopping right about now? Can Bitcoin, Yarsky 10, how you doing, man? Can Bitcoin go down to 46k? You want to buy more and more alts. I love to see the retest of 50k. Why 46? What's the general consensus about 46? I mean, how many people have, what is the influence of 46? Yeah? Can you use the time frame hour and the 15-minute? Oh, okay. Tino, can you explain how you use a time frame? Okay, so the 1 hour time frame is the cycle. The 15-minute time frame is the entry. All right. 13% profit. Happy days. $55, 6, 7, 8. 43 eventually, not 46. I mean, look, everyone's got a different perspective on what price Bitcoin's going to be. And if you're really interested in trading, you can't really care about price. Yeah? You can't care about price. 46 is a key fib retrace level. That's why everyone is harping on about it. Oh, God. Really? Okay. So it's a bigger time frame question then. Yeah? Higher time frame question. Remember, guys, we can either wait and make 100 points, for example, from one move to the next, or I can place 5 20-point trades and still make the same amount of points. The key thing for me is my money isn't as exposed as much. I'm not going to be sitting through wild swings, that could go against me. I've got the ability to get out of a position because I'm only entering for short, and then I'm actually capitalizing that continuously. You made 25% of your portfolio on dollar yen. See, that's what's happening with dollar yen right now. Because I'm not paying her attention, she's showing love to everyone else. Yeah? And she has done it. Bitcoin has actually hit the projection zone, or hasn't she? Has Bitcoin hit the 200-day moving average on the hourly? Has Bitcoin hit across the board? Has she hit 49? Wait, has she hit 49? Not 49. Has she hit 54,912 across the board, guys? If it goes above the 200-day moving average, there's nothing else up here. We could be effectively in line for a cross. Will Saturday, Sunday bring the 50-day to cross over the 200-day? Because look, the 50-day has effectively bounced away from the 800-day EMA. If the 50-day on the hourly crossed over the 800-day EMA, oh my God, that would have been a problem. That would have been a huge problem. All right? The signal, the 50-day on the hourly, I'm correct, is the 13-day on the 4-hourly. Here we go, look. Now, on the hour time frame, all right, notice, can you see? Previous red candle is on its way up. Projection point 55,758. Yeah? It's going to recover that previous candle. Remember, longer time frame takes a little more time for it to get to it. All right? But look at this. Everybody knows on the hour time frame, okay, that when the 5 and the 13-day EMA, if you can see these, all right? The 5 and the 13-day EMA are the signal lines. All right? Those are the signal. When price closes above it and the signal line crosses over, so when the 5 and the 13-day cross over, you've got the signal for an entry. All right? That's your signal. And that's what's happened here on this time frame on the 4-hourly. All right? Now, the 13-day EMA has effectively come back down and edged away from the 200-day moving average on the 4-hourly. The 13-day EMA on the 4-hourly is the 50-day on the hourly. All right? It sounds like a bit of a tongue twist all the time, but it's so important that you understand where you are with the moving averages. Because if I say to you, look at Bitcoin right now, she's on the hour chart, all right? And she's on the 50-day, she's bounced away from the 50-day moving average, and I'm going to see more action to the upside. Someone's going to look at you and say, no, it's not on the 50-day moving average. It's nowhere near it. And you'll say, well, what time frame are you trading? Well, I'm trading the 50-day moving average on the 4-hourly. Oh, well, I'm trading it on the hourly. Well, it's not the same moving average on each chart. Do you understand? Yeah, the 200-day moving average is the 50-day moving average on the 4-hourly. All right. So I hope that hasn't blown you apart. Sorry, man. If YouTube isn't alerting you of the stream, I don't know if it's the all notifications. I don't know why, man. If you haven't been to it, yeah, sorry, man. The reason why I've got so many lines and charts and all that stuff, because I'm annotating as I go along. I don't normally have these many lines on my charts. My charts are sometimes normally they're sometimes clean. If I don't have these blue zones is because I annotate so people understand where we are with price. That's all. Let's have a look now. Please explain more about the AD and how you calculate the daily price movement. Right, okay. Looks like it's going to break through. I hope it does, because then that will be my final projection. And then we look at Ethereum. Look, Ethereum, exactly the same story. Yeah. Is Ethereum going to tap it? Is she going to continue? Look, Ethereum is at the M5 near enough. I need Ethereum to hit that. Okay. It needs to hit that zone. And then that's happy days. Now look, you see this green candle here. Okay. It has pulled back, but it hasn't recovered it. All right. So that's a cause for concern. However, we're only going to know if it pulls back from this 200-day moving average and hits the 50-day. So there's two zones right here that are going to give us the clue as to whether or not price is going to continue up or continue back down. All right. So we have to wait. But we are still in the first leg of the first move out of the zone. Look at the moving averages. They're so wide. They're fanned out. Price has reverted back to it. Yeah? Look at those. Look at these. Look. Previous zone recovered. Red candle. There. There. Look at the zones coming out. Oh, God. No way. Can you see it? Tell me if you can see it. Hold on. Can you tell me if you see it, yeah? The open of that candle on the left, if you notice. Oh, God, that is crazy. Did everyone see it? It's done it again. It's done it again. Wow. No way. I'm so glad you guys can see it. Who's Tom Crown? Would I sell it at the 200-day EMA? Not with all this pressure that's coming in. You know? Not with all this pressure that is coming in right now. No chance. I would never be selling in this zone right now. There's too much. There's a lot to the pressure that it's coming out from. You've got to understand, the market makers have been building their longs at lower prices. They want to realize a return on those. Okay? So there's two things that can happen. It can either bounce away from that point. If it bounces away from the 200-day moving average, all right, I'm going to wait and see if it actually closes below the 5 and the 13-day EMA. Why? Because we know that those are the signal lines. If it closes below those two moving averages, all right, then granted, I'm going to be looking at price breaking down through the 50-day moving average. Now, if I look at the RSI, all right, we are outside the volatility band. All right. You can say that it is sort of overbought. You could say that. But what could happen is it could come back down, test and break down, retrace back up. You could see some divergence. It may actually come back down. When the RSI drops, that's probably when it looks to drop and test the 13-day and the 5. If it bounces from the 13-day and the 5, the RSI would mimic that with the market baseline, and then it will make another move to the upside. So that's one way of also seeing it as well. Please tell me Bitcoin hasn't done it. She'll do it. TDI, that's in the Discord. Hey, Edgy Ball, how you doing? But find it kind of hard. Right, this is good. Managed to get some profitable trades as practice, but find it kind of hard when to get off the trades. Are there any indicators to decide when to get out? Yeah, the best indicator that you can use to get out of a trade is the one that tells you how much money you've made. That's the best indicator. All right. Look at what your account was before you entered and look at your account after you entered and make the decision. Remember, there's always going to be another market tomorrow. There will always be another market tomorrow. If you are struggling to close your trades, all right, and you don't know when to close, all right, that's a nice problem to have. Because granted, 95% of traders lose in this fucking game, all right? And the only reason why they lose is because they don't understand how to master the entry. You're asking how to get out. And you're slowly putting yourself into that category of traders if you don't pay yourself. All right? We ain't no hero traders here. The game is to get paid and get out and start again. When you open the trade, you should be thinking about the next trade, not thinking about the current one. You know where you want it to go. All right? You accept the risk that you've got. If it doesn't go in your favor, you get out and you'll be ready to go for another one. See, 90% of the guys that do open trades, they try and stay in them as long as they can because they don't want to be wrong. Because they make the judgment that if they lose on their first trade, their second trade, that they're not going to be a trader. Yeah? They're putting so much pressure on themselves. All right? And you have to understand as well, until you've given yourself a decent sample size of trades, you can't make a judgment on your ability as a trader after 10 trades. If in 10 trades you lose 5 grand, you're pissed off because you've lost a lot of money, not because you've given the strategy a chance. It's not because you've lost 10 trades. Because if you looked at the bigger picture and you said to yourself, I'm going to make 150 trades and I'm going to see where I'm at 150 trades. So you would have used that 5 grand and subconsciously you would have been telling yourself that you need to maintain that 5K so that you can live through and experience at least a sample size of 150 trades. But the problem with most traders is this. They come into the game and they want to take their 5K and turn it into 5 million, all right, before a trade is taken. That's the intention that they have. And they always blow it. They don't think about sample size. This game is about practicing your entry. Forget the money. Practice your entry. That's the basis of it. What does it take? What does it take, practice? What do you mean? Yeah, like, that's it, PC Shed. Sorry, Whale Man. Sorry, man. Okay, so the ADR, what do we use to understand the ADR? Well, let's look at Bitcoin's move today from its zone. Bitcoin has moved from the low of this session all the way up to where it closed. It moved 31,371 pips. So Bitcoin effectively, because its last one was 36,40421, all right? It effectively achieved its full ADR. It, near enough achieved all of it. So at what point would you have realized that, all right? Well, this was the candle that would have helped you realize that they were going to continue higher, all right? Because from this point here to there, they would have achieved 26,000. All right. And I spoke about it today in the Discord. They achieved 26,000. So they achieved a large sum of the average daily range. All right. Now, in order to keep the marketplace savvy and keep people interested in getting into trades, if they were just to keep going up to the actual top of the ADR, which was 36,421. So let's go 46,42 there or thereabouts. All right. They would have had to come back in a sharp movement, and they're not looking at that. Remember, they did the sharp movements when they're building their positions, and when they're releasing their positions, they do the slow moves. Count how many candlesticks you have here, and count how many candlesticks you have here, and you're able to work out whether or not the market makers are inducing people or they're actually making a run for money. All right? How many they allowed in total is based on the range that is determined from its previous session. It's average daily range, okay? The range that price can move, all right? The market makers, in Forex, the average daily range takes the high and low and divided by 2 for the session, from the previous session, and it tells you what that range is going to be. But that range itself, okay, is effectively regulated by the IMF in Forex. And the reason being is because if they don't have an average daily range, then they can send price continuously to the upside and continuously to the downside, and there won't be a market, right? EMAs, exponential moving averages. How do you master the entry? I'm kind of new to trading too, and I'm not rushing into anything. I'm using low amounts and looking to understand the market, and I watch your lives every day as well, even every day lately. Okay, the only way that you're going to understand how price, how to trade is you need to understand how the market works. Okay, now if you're of the belief that when price is dropping you think that sellers are in control, you're wrong. And if you effectively want to challenge that, all right, and say, well, why, surely when price is rising, the buyers are in control. When price is dropping, the sellers in control. Well, you have to understand it's the opposite thing. When you apply market fundamentals, all right, if price is rising, the buyers are in control. Theoretically, supply and demand says that. But supply and demand in this marketplace is not the same supply and demand as you would in retail. I ain't going to go into the jumper story yet. All right. I think I'm going to do that one day. I am going to do a 24-hour stream if possible. ADR times 3. Okay. The ADR 1 is 36,011 pips. That's the move that Bitcoin can make in one day, which 36,011 pips is one cycle. All right. So what do we know? 36,000 pips to the upside. 1 times ADR is one cycle. That means we are working on forming a level 1. Okay. So level 1 may be formed before the 200-day or after, or even at the M5. That's what we're waiting for. So level 1 will be formed, and then we're looking for a retrace back down to the moving average. When that retrace happens and tests the 50-day, we are then expecting another move to the upside, which is level 2, which is also going to be around about 36,000 pips to the upside. Level 2 cycle, level. Do you get it? Yeah. And then a final level, level 3, we're expecting a final move to the upside. Okay. And then price effectively should form the peak formation. Yeah. And that's ADR times 3. ADR times 3 is the weekly cycle. Man, I just had a phone call, man, from a call center. Jesus Christ. That is crazy. Did everyone understand that? Yes, I can even talk about the TDI right now if you want. I'll tell you what, Tokyo's gonna open in a minute. Now it's not a market day. All right. Correct, Marina. Yes, that's the best way to see it. Less candles equals inducing people. Why? Because they're moving price. They're trying to get people to trigger the fear of missing out. And they do that with less candles, but they do it with longer ones, sharper ones. And we understand that as the fast move is the false move. Yeah. Can you just ignore everything and trade patterns? When you become proficient, Richard, and understand what's happening behind the scenes, granted, you are able to do that. But you are naturally going to use other things. Here we go. Has she done it? Has Bitcoin done it? Please tell me you've hit the 200-day. Please tell me you've hit it. Hit the 200-day. Just make my day and hit it. Come on. Hit the 200 days so I can finalize my projection. Fucking hell. Come on. Right. What are we going to do in the next 2 days? What are we going to do in the next 2 days? I've pretty much told you. Okay then. Right. This is what we're going to do. Right. I'm going to make myself a quick drink. I'm just smoking a pipe. Warrant scam call. I'm going to go make myself a quick drink. I'm going to come back and we're going to sit through the Tokyo Open. When I say the Tokyo Open, it means the retail traders You know, everyone's worked Monday to Friday. Now it's Saturday. Yeah. So people now, retail traders, are going to come to their charts because they know they can trade on a Saturday. Granted, we may see some interesting movements this evening, guys. All right. We may see some interesting movements. No worries, Josh. Some off topic. What kind of flavoring you vaping? Blue Moon. I'm new to crypto trading and I got some nice good information about it here. That's cool, man. Greetings from Germany. Wicked, man. One of my good friends is in Germany. Exactly 9 a.m. Cool. And yeah, listen, guys, don't trade weekends. There's enough people in this channel that can tell you about not trading weekends. Nah, man. No bong here, man. Why would the care about closing longs at higher prices when he can just go for a stop hunt to the downside? Why would he care about closing longs at higher prices? I'll tell you why. Because he's got books, all right? The market maker has books, all right? And those books need to get balanced. So when he wants to close price at a higher area, he's fulfilling orders that he made in the previous zone. That's how it works. Remember, these algorithms bank these trades for them, whether they're 2 months old, 3 months, 4, 5, or 6. All right? It collates them all together, matches the liquidity, pulls the order, done. Congratulations, everyone. The 200-day moving average has been hit. The M5 looks like it's progressively looking to be seen. Ethereum should be doing exactly the same. Happy days, she hit the 200-day moving average. Both projections have played out from today. Wonderful. Happy days. And I'm not a real trader. You motherfucker. I'll tell you why I get angry, guys. Because I've committed a fucking day and a lifetime, right, to this shit. All right? And I'm here with my community of peoples. My virtual family. All right? And I've got people coming in trying to kill the move. Obviously, they can't. You know, but fuck. So bad. No, he can't fulfill it by going down, but he can add to it. That's what he can do. If the Crypto Cypress, if he knows that he's going to send price to the higher zone, right? And he's got longs that he needs to close at higher points, he can drop price and accumulate more by increasing his size because he knows he's going to see price in this zone up here, right? So he's happy to add more positions to that trade, knowing that he's going to send price back up. So he's effectively, you know, scaling in on his position. Yeah, that's how it works. Please pull back. There's too much strength in this, man. I'm gonna get myself a quick break. Can we get the likes up? We've only got 642 likes. You guys don't like me, man. And you know what? If you do or you don't, ultimately my purpose for you guys is to, you know, understand this and do what you can with it, man. I'm getting a lot of messages and a lot of messages from people from different walks of life and sad messages as well. Really sad messages. You know, and it's hard, man. It is. It's fucking hard. We are so ignorant to what's going on in the world, man. We don't know what each person or what people are going through right now. I'm telling you, man. It's frightening. It's all good. We can stay at home. We can sit on our phones. We've got our computers. We've got our family. We don't give a fuck. As long as the family's okay, we don't care. And that's a bit shit. You know? When you know people's story, man. It's fucked up, man. M5 projection insight. I'm expecting the M5. I think Bitcoin has got the strength to do it. You know? If only your COD skills were as good as your trade. Okay, Sean. Now it's fucking personal. Yeah, they did suffer beforehand. All right, let me have a quick 2-second break. Let me get myself a drink and let's get ready for Tokyo, guys. Let me get Ethereum up. What's Ethereum doing? Yes, she's hit the 200-day moving average. If there are any Patreons in here, did any of you take any trades based on the information that was being handed? I'd like to know that. Burst, that is awesome. Yeah, this channel's got no financial advice. I'm just helping you guys understand the pattern. Naturally, yourselves, you would know. Wow. That's all good. Nah, that's all good, man. That's all good. Not on the weekend. I'm seeing these. Why is it not coming up, man? Pete Fang. But you got 7 out of 8 today because of this channel. Real ones know who you are. Oh, nice one, man. Thank you very much, Pete, man. Nice one, guys. On a good note, I just picked up a small spot for hobby shop. Cheap because of COVID. Hopefully this crap turns the corner soon. Happy days. Yep, hopefully. What's going? See, look. Good morning from Thailand. Look. Good morning from Thailand. Can you see the concept? The retail traders are awake. I'm not saying you're a retail trader, my friend. I'm saying in general, people are asking, you know, Tokyo, it's closed. No. There are people that want to trade crypto right now. Why? Binance is open. Bybit is open. BitBuy. I don't even say it right. I never get it right the first time. You know? So, Ethereum has hit the M5. I'm expecting Bitcoin to hit her M5. But have you noticed, guys, that Ethereum is doing more movement? Should I say she's hitting key zones more than what Bitcoin is? Can't believe it, man. Something's going off there, man. Gain 30% on your account. Nice one, Sean, man. Took a trade and still in it. 5 out of 5. You know what? That's sealed it for me, man. That sealed it for me. I know people. I know. You can just say, yeah, fuck them off and what have you. Fucking hell, it winds me up though. All right, Tokyo's about to open. I didn't get my tea break. Fuck it. I'm here with you guys. Right now, we're waiting for Bitcoin to hit the M5. Let's see what happens. Just don't give me your leftover Happy Meal now, man. If they close the daily candle 21 EMA right now, could it be a fake bull trap? MK, don't trade the. I don't trade the 21 EMA, so I wouldn't know what you're doing with that. Bearish divergence on the daily with the MFI, probably Matt, but you can wait 24 hours for that to finalize. We're going to be in and out before that happens, man. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. What is Bitcoin and Ethereum doing? Trying to come back to the zone. You know what? I think we're going to hit the range daily high. Straight up. We could actually hit that zone because Tokyo are going to get light of today's actions. Tokyo's going to get... Let me just get rid of this shit right here. Hold on. Yeah, I think we could hit the range daily high on Ethereum. Bitcoin's range daily high. Oh, that is kind of fast still. 57. But it depends on how aggressive Tokyo get. All depends. Oh my days. This move has turned out to be bloody wonderful, man. Is that what you said, bro? Is that what you did? 125. Right as they hit the lines in what I trust, the pattern. Guys, man, it's like, look, if Bitcoin hits the M5, happy days projections. Serious projections, man. Not yet. It's not a fast move, false move. No, 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 no. Look at how they're moving price. They pump up. So they move price out of zone. Then they slowly make it rise. And then they pump it again. Slowly make it rise. All right. We're approaching key zones right here. M5 pivot and the true psychological zone that was started from last week. Sorry, from Monday. All right. Saturday last week. This is a psychological zone. Granted, it could actually hit that. All depending on what they do with this candle right now. All depending on what they do. This is still, okay, this is still got another candle to print. There's 2 more minutes before this candle finishes. Do you understand when I say to you, pay attention to the hour candles? Yeah, pay attention to the hour candles. Who's bearish right now? Please be careful. Yeah? There may be bearish divergences on the daily, but it takes 24 hours for the daily to play out. We ain't got that time to sit and wait for that shit. We're in and we're out. You know, we took the W formation, took a day to complete. Bang, let's go. Haircut, you know. You might need to change the quality of your stream, bro. You might need to change it to 1080p. Come on, Bitcoin. Hit the M5 and I'll be satisfied. Hit the M5. Please hit the M5. There we go. Be careful, crypto. Be careful, crypto, man. Be careful. Crypto Casper, be careful. Look at the 50-minute time frame. You're going to see a nice big spike. Green car. There you go. Couldn't even say it. Couldn't even finish it. 1 more minute. This next candle is probably going to pull back slightly before it hits the M5. This is a very important zone for Bitcoin right now. Very important zone. We are at key areas right now, guys. You close the trade on M5. Can't give you financial advice, my friend. Yeah, I know, man. XRP. PC Shedder, you still in XRP? Are you still in XRP, my friend? Ah, M5s, man. Beautiful cars. Beautiful cars. Thoughts on KSI making 10 million off crypto? Congratulate the brother, man. It's all about the accumulation. Careful, crypto. You're getting hyped. Be careful. Wait. Let it come back. I'm going to go back in. Happy days, baby. So both Ethereum and Bitcoin have successfully completed the moving averages projections. Now it's hitting the actual M pivot points. If it hits the M5, happy days. The maximum zone that we could see it go to could be the range daily high. It will pull back before that, but market makers may mean serious business. Let's look at the bigger picture. Look what Bitcoin's doing on the bigger picture. Look at the hourly. What do you see being recovered? The red candle right there. Yeah, look. Just pay attention. That's when they started building their longs, right? So at that point, that's when they started. The wick of that candle. If you can see it closely and bring it there for you. That's where they started building those longs right there. Okay? What's happening right now? Straight to the T. Yeah? Now look. If I go down to the 4-hour time frame, the bigger time frame, what can you see? Price is extending all the way up there. If I draw a line here, what are we going to meet up there? Let's have a look on the 1-hour time frame. This area here, just look across. Oh, wow. Look at that. Straight there, look. Can you see the red candles there? Previous zones that we were building longs. Are they using this move now to the upside to realize returns on those longs? Let's see. That's crazy movement. I am not the second Messiah, man. Nah, man, there's only one Messiah. No sound? What do you mean no sound? You want music? Nah, it's concentrated, guys, man. Things are moving. The M3, 4, and 5 are pivot zones. That's what they are. They're pivot points. You're not having a good time, are you, my friend? Driver's room, what's good, bro? How you doing? I haven't actually taken any trades on that, man. Kenobi, how you doing, brother? Green candle on Ethereum. Should that be recovered? It all depends, Kenobi. I mean, it is extended, okay? But we have to wait and see. When they finish this move to the upside, they'll start to consolidate, all right? You can see the TDI is extended, all right? We could see the RSI come pull back outside the volatility band and then go back inside it. Are they finished with that? Remember, Tokyo has woken up. They're absorbing the information of what's happened over the last couple of sessions in the US and the UK. Let's see what happens. UK, man. Fair enough. Crypto to me. Yeah, they're going to be different to mine, Chris. They're going to be different, man, because it's different brokers. You know, TradingView uses a different broker's fee to what I use. My broker's in Moscow. The server's in Moscow as such. No worries, man. Nice one, Stefan. Sometimes, yeah, Crush Kong. Sometimes, yeah, Tokyo is like that. And Hong Kong. No worries, dude, man. Yeah, I might touch down. I'm going to touch down in Mike's stream tonight, guys. I'm going to touch... can't. Oh, B, man, don't worry, bro. I do boomer movements like that, man. Look, Ethereum is moving nice, man. Where's Ethereum going to go? Where could she be going right now? Let me have a look. Let me have a look where Ethereum could go. Do you know what Ethereum looks like? She might take the range daily high. But I don't know if it's going to happen yet. I don't know yet. She could take out the previous last session's high, which is there. All right. That could be a zone that she takes out. The 1737. If you remember in the previous streams, the 1707 was the previous peak formation low. So we are at critical points right now. Excuse me. Right, where we at? Where are we at? Would that make a level 1? A level is determined when it consolidates. If Ethereum drops back down to the 50-day and bounces away from it, that consolidation back down to it is level 1. It needs to continue back up to start level 2. All right, so if that happens, okay, because this may be level 1, all right, but it's coming from the W formation. It hasn't really fully moved out. It's taken the 50-day, it's taken the 200-day, all right? It needs to completely come out. So this may be level 1. But what we're waiting for is to see if whether or not Bitcoin hits the M5. If it comes up and spends a while consolidating and tests the 200-day, the 50-day in line would actually move up towards that. And that effectively could be level 2. All right. So we need to wait and see what Bitcoin does. Mate, Ethereum is doing numbers, man. She could hit that zone. She's going to hit that I believe Ethereum is going to hit the 1763. That's not financial advice. That's just a projection. Be cautious. All right. We are extending away from the moving averages. So momentum is in our favor. All right. That's just me looking in the future as such. Nah, don't be taking it, guys. You know, that's not financial advice. Just be careful. Understand that I'm giving you my understanding of price. I'm telling you a story. Doesn't mean you have to act like the characters in the story. Start going all wild out. The confirmation of a level is confirmed on the 1 hour. Yes. I will have a look at ADA for you in a moment, my friend. No, I can't look into the future. Yeah, I do vape a lot, bro. I make my own juice. That's why I can vape a lot. I've got what, 10 liters of Blue Moon. I've got lots of Blue Moon. I literally I just understood how to make my liquid. I've got myself 10 liters worth. And what? Those bottles cost me about 60 quid. And then all I done was just get myself the concentrate from my friend who's got a shop. Slipped him a couple of quid. Got my concentrate, got the nicotine, mixed it all up. 10 liters later, I'm still here. No worries, mess man. No worries. I will always be dedicated to this, man. That's crazy, Rodrigo, man. That is crazy. You're putting in hours there, bro. Hold on. Is your theory 2 hours or 4 hours to pull out of a trade if you're not making profits? 2 hours, my friend. If you haven't realized the profit in 2 hours of placing an entry, get out, start again. Do you not get vapor tongue? What's that? What's the key level for Bitcoin to overtake to invalidate the bearish trend? Look at what it's doing now. What's bearish about this move right now? Because that's the difference between the long-term traders and the short-term traders. The short-term traders looking at price, he's saying it's rising. I'm fucking trading, bro. I'm getting in for the long side. Happy days. The long-term traders like, oh, we're approaching, bearish divergences on the daily time frame. We probably are. But by the time the bearish divergences come into play, all right, on the higher time frames, we would have made a stack before that happens, man. Whilst the long-term traders are waiting to get in, we would have been getting in and out, earning our money, keeping our losses to a minimum. And then when the big time frames start to roll over, that's when the long-term traders step in. I don't even like to call them traders. They're not traders on the long-term time frame, on the higher time frames. They're not traders. Why? Because you make one entry or two, maybe three if you're scaling in. All right. Trading is exchange, continuous, in and out, in and out. Right? If you trade 3 times a month and you call yourself a trader, nah, man, you're an investor. You invest in Bitcoin and you get in at one point and get out at the other. You ain't no trader. Fast in, fast out, man. M5 in sight, guys. We projected that move all day. No, Robbie, not necessarily. You can see vector candles on the smaller time frame, on the 15-minute time frame. But if you see vector candles on the 1 hour time frame, they are just as good. They are just as good. I know I'm not getting there. People aren't liking my stream anymore, man. I don't know why. I don't understand why. Right, Crypto Cyprus. I get the whole concept and levels, but having problems getting in and out. Too messy. Crypto, be honest. How much leverage are you putting down, bro? Because someone that's struggling to get in and out tells me that the entries are kind of like, you know, they're quite big. You're putting a lot of size down. Lefties. That's why I'm not really going to say it as often, man, because I know it sounds like it's got an innuendo behind it. Yeah. 510. If you don't mind me asking, how much? If you're using 510, that might mean you're actually putting a bit of size down. I'm assuming. Well, I'll just go in and out. If we're going to do some trading. Okay, then that's a t-shirt, guys. Fast in, fast out. Fair enough. Fast in, fast out. Could you please repeat the 2-hour rule? I always hear it. My guess is get out if the pattern doesn't play out in 2 hours, or W or M pattern is invalidated, whichever is earlier. Okay, look. So the 2-hour formation is this. The 2-hour rule is this. All right. When you've got a pattern, right? If it doesn't break out of that pattern on the at your entry, okay? So let's look at it like this. Let me just bring up the 15-minute time frame. All right, bring up Bitcoin. Here we go. Look. Oh, wow. Look at that. We drew that earlier on. That's crazy. Here we go. Look at this. Come on, hit the M5, make my day, and call me the projection king. Sorry, I'm blowing my own trumpet there, but fucking hell, guys, I've been pulling these projections all day, every day. Why? Because I fucking hate the people that try and challenge this approach. Sorry, I keep going on about it, but it's fucking true. Here's the pattern. Rise, retrace, continuation to the upside, right? 2-hour rule. If you enter on this candle here, every candlestick, 15 minutes, right? In 2 hours, there's 8 candlesticks. So here's the 2-hour rule. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is a candlestick there, but there's a gap up in price. 5, 6, 7, 8. You're in profit. You're good to hold the trade. Let's say you entered on this candle here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You just about made it. Yeah? You just about made it. Let's look at... all right, here's a hypothetical scenario. Okay, say you've got this W formation. Yeah, no, let me give you a better example because that's a little bit tricky. All right, look at this. Say you saw this W formation down here. All right, and say you decided to enter. Right there. Say you decided to enter, right, on... No, still wouldn't work. Say you entered on this candle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you'd still be in... Well, would you? Yeah, yeah, you'd still be in profit, but only marginally. Trying to find the best spot for me to really demonstrate that to you. 2-hour entry. It usually works best on the pattern. On the tattoo pattern. The principle behind the 2-hour rule is this. If you're entering at the right leg of the W, or you're entering on the breakout of the pattern right here, okay? Granted, if it hasn't made any movement in the favored direction, okay, you need to get out. But you don't always have to sit through 2 hours, right? Because sometimes you could get this rangy movement, yeah? If you're waiting to trade the lows of a W, okay, you're trying to trade the lows of a W right down here, then 2 hours, I mean, you're gonna have to close within 2 hours because this is a big W. You would close if you entered long here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, you would be at a negative position, get out and wait for the pattern to complete. So basically the 2-hour rule helps you determine whether or not you are in the right pattern. All right. If it hasn't moved out of a zone within the 2 hours, then, start again. Pretty much. You will, Darren, you will say it, man, because it's exactly what I did. Wow. Brandon, that's interesting. Wicked. You put it again, you're looking for a mentor, my friend. Just, keep coming to the streams, my friend. Because when I have these conversations, I'm addressing 1,200 people, but I'm speaking to you all. So I am speaking to you all individually. It's just me and you in your, wherever you are. All right? No, Eric, no. Stick to the same time frame, because then you'll have, if you trade off the 15-minute time frame and the 2-hour rule hit, and you then drop down to the 5-minute time frame, you're going to see a lot more candles, and the 2-hour rule in that aspect is going to play, the moves may not be as successful as they would be on the 15-minute, because the 15-minute time frame and the 5, the 5 is a smaller time frame, so there is fluctuations. Price can, price tends to behave, but disbehave quite often in the 5 and in the 1 minute as well. Who's getting FOMO right now? Looks like Bitcoin hasn't hit the M5 point. I'm pretty pissed off about that, but she's bloody close to it. You can buy big breakfast in the morning. That's some expensive ass breakfast, bro. So the blue candle means that volume is rising. Green candle means it's at its highest point. Yasul Vasily, man. How you doing, my friend? Truth Seeker, no worries, my man. Thank you so much. Look, I will be straight with you guys. I'm literally... Tino, can you explain grid trading? Mike will be able to give you a definitive explanation of grid trading, but this is how I do the grid trading in light of Market Maker. All right? So, yeah, Mike will be able to explain grid trading for you in Bybit. All right? So... that can be the context of what he can talk about tonight, unless he's already spoken about it. And yeah, I do say don't trade weekends. So in light of that question, can you explain the grid? So grid trading, well, look, it's the market maker way of trading, right? Is I'm effectively going long when market makers are dropping price. That's what I'm doing. And then I'm waiting for my order to get taken, the liquidity to hit, the profit zone to be taken as it comes back up. Now, you don't have to have a lot of money to effectively copy the market maker, because if you do try and copy his trading and go long every time you get a pump to the downside, go long here, go long here, go long here. So look, I'll show you where I'd be going long in these areas. I would go long on every close of every vector candle that I see. So I'll go long here, I'll dump 3 contracts there. Those are positions. 3 positions there, 3 positions there, 3 there, 3 there. Then I'd wait, 3 there whilst it's happening, because the red candle will print whilst it will turn red whilst it's developing. Okay. So I'll drop 3, 6, 9, 12 positions there, 15 there in total. So 15 positions on the way to the downside. I would wait. I would realize a little bit of return in this area here. So granted, I could take some profit if I wanted to. Because remember, if I'm building positions whilst it's dropping, I may open one at the open one at the halfway point as such. All right. And open one towards to the low. Okay. So I would have realized the profit on those 2 positions there. So I'll be able to take that. Then I would wait again. Entry there, 3 positions there. drop, 3 positions there, and then I would wait. Is there any more vector candles? Oh, we've got green candles here. Another green, we're rising. 3 positions there, another green candle. So it's telling me that the zone is going to change. The moving averages are flat. Price starts moving out, bang, green candle. I look left. Are my positions going to be realizing a profit? Bang, moves up again. Can I add a little bit more? Go long down here again. And then price is rising. And before you know it, from my entry point all the way up there, I would have made a stack. Yeah? Does that make sense? Wicked, man. Yeah, no, listen, Garbin, listen, that's not the 2-hour strategy. No, this is a completely different strategy, my friend. What you're doing, the way you protect yourself in that sort of situation is you trade light. Yeah? You're trading light. There's no 2-hour rule. That's a different strategy. Completely different strategy, my friend. No, not necessarily. You can copy what the market maker does. You can copy what the market maker does, right? But have you got the bankroll to do it? But more importantly, have you got the patience to sit through drawdown? Can you sit through drawdown? Can you take the trade that you know it's going against you? Fundamentally, it's going against you, but you know the bigger picture. Do you understand? You have to understand what's going on. When I see vector candles, I'm like, I want to go long, man. I want to go long. And people are like, what the hell are you doing? Yeah? Yeah, new icon, Marsh. Nice one, bro. Yeah, you do. It's a difference. Look, Lewis, listen. There are market makers. By market makers raising price like this, okay, they could be closing positions from positions that they made 2-3 months ago. Yeah? Yeah, but you don't always get to take it back, Cargreek, do you? Yeah, I don't know if there's tax on profits in crypto. I know there isn't any in Forex. That's why I trade Forex. How do you make profit when you go along with the price dropping? Yeah, just explained it, sir. This is how you do it. You have an understanding of what the market maker's consensus is, generally speaking. You have to be in line of working out where you are in the cycle. For example, you understand the cycle right now. Yeah? Market makers create the M formation. All right? What are we expecting? Aggressive move out of the zone. Rise. Level 1. Retrace. Continuation back to the upside. Level 2. Drop. When price drops, I know I'm expecting a level 3 drop. Peak formation. So that's when I start building my positions, because I'm expecting a W formation at some point where price is going to return back up and take out the previous zones. That's how you do it. Rodrigo, it's a different strategy, my friend. It's a completely different strategy. All right. The going long on the breakout of the W formation. All right. It's why sometimes people say that they've missed the move. All right. And they're inclined to hold the trade for a long time. You shouldn't really hold the trade long. You know, so if I hypothetically, if I was to trade this right, for example, here, that would have been, that was my entry. All right. On my test trade. That's my entry. I'm closing it at the 200 day. All right. And or I can add more on the test of the 50, rise back up to the next moving average. My strategy, guys, right? And I've explained it to the guys in Forex, and I'll be explaining the members tomorrow. Members and patrons are going to get the unlisted live stream tomorrow. And we're going to be talking about the moving average strategy that I use. So for the past 3-4 weeks, you guys have been getting snippets of my strategy. And then what we're going to do is we're going to collate it all together, all right? And we're going to talk about live. I'm going to take live trades, okay, where there's not financial advice in that aspect. I'm just going to take live trades just to demonstrate the purpose of what, you know, trying to showcase to you how I apply it. I'm going to do it on here. The spread's absolutely massive, okay? But it's purely for educational purposes on there, guys. I would not recommend you copy my trades because I'll be educating you on something. It may or may not work out well, okay? So you have to understand that. But I'm working away on how to sort that all out. Sorry, Truth Seeker. I don't know if you're a lady, man. Yep, 908 likes. Guys, I have a goal to have 1,000 likes in my stream. That's your contribution back to the stream. Thank you very much. Where do you take profit on the first long? Also on vectors, how do you know it's not a bigger dump? Because they have to do it. Where do you take profits in the first long? When you say the first long, what do you mean? And then also on vectors, how do you know when it's not a bigger dump? Well, you don't know it's going to be a bigger dump. You go by what is happening. That's the thing. You can only go by what you can see. If I start to develop an idea of what I want the candle to become, I then set myself up to become emotional about it because I might not like the outcome of it. Yeah. I'm going to do it in, well, I can't do it in Forex because it's closed on a Saturday, but I can do it in crypto. But on a Saturday crypto, I don't know if we're going to see any moves on the Saturday, but we'll see, man. I'm going to be doing it on the, I'm going to try and scalp it, but the spread's going to be huge. So, you know, it's touch and go really. Yeah, Bitcoin could actually recover this green candle right now because we now see look, price has now moved away from the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average. Come back to the hour time frame. What do we see? We see a massive spike away from the moving averages. We are going to see a retrace now to effectively the 50-day, which would be the first level of the pattern. It will be the first level, first cycle. So once that happens, what are we expecting? Right? We're expecting from here, rise, retrace, continuation to the upside. Will the pattern play out? That is the question. Capiche? Oh, happy days. Oh, happy days. All right. Man, my voice is dry, man. Shit. All right, so I'm going to see if this pattern plays out. She didn't hit the M5 projection point, guys, unfortunately. But it was pretty damn fucking close. Look at that. Oh, my God. That, to me, is a nice projection. We ain't going to get them right every time, but we're going to be very close. I mean, that's pretty much M5 to me. Sorry, guys. That's M5 to me. So, look. The 50 days should end up where these arrows point. That's where it should end up. Right there. Just made a quick 700 bucks. Happy days, bro. Pay yourself. Good. That's what I want to see. I want to see people paying themselves. Okay, cool. I've been smoking some ganja, mouth dry hell. Cool. That just is M5. Tea time. Yep. Let me make a cup of tea. 979 likes. Thank you very much. Let's get to 1,000, guys. Alien activity. No problem. What strategies do you use to evaluate risk? Simple. I don't lose too much money. I employ the concept of survival as risk management as opposed to looking at it statistically. I need to look at, I'll tell you what has helped me as well, is poker. I look at my capital as buy-ins, you know? The pins to the high are the indication. Yeah, taking out the shorts. They're taking longs. They're trying to induce the moon boys to step in because they're trying to effectively set up shorts. All right. So what they're doing is they're closing the longs as price rises, because the longs that they built here, they're now closing them at higher prices. Whilst they're closing them at higher prices, they're building shorts at higher prices. All right. So I'm ideally looking for another pump to the upside before they actually break down price. Okay. So we are now projecting, is this zone going to play out? Who knows? But you can see throughout today, guys, you know, when you get in the posts, you kind of like understand my thinking, my approach, because what I'm doing for you guys is effectively, I'm giving you my thought process on how the trade may play out. You know, I don't actually give you an entry, but I give you the work. All right. And then that work is effectively down to you to translate that information. So if I wasn't here, you would be trying to work out whether or not the entry for your trade is to go to the upside or to the downside. All right. You may spend 2-3 hours trying to work that out. Then the next decision is, let me make my entry. Well, what I'm doing with this channel is pretty much doing the homework for you and then waiting for you to tick the box. All right. And say, right, I'm happy with that. Yippee-ki-yay. Do I ever get into a tilt position? I'm human, Vincent. Of course I do. But when I know I'm ready to get into a tilt position, I literally close my computer off. Or if I'm on my laptop, I completely shut it down, walk away. I have that discipline. I have the discipline. You know why? Because I've been there plenty of times. And sometimes you can't control what happens in this market. You can only go by what they're doing. Okay? T-Zac. So basically you're going into an unrealized loss and wait for it to rise again into profit, right? Pretty much that's the principle. Physically, yes, that's what you're doing. You are purposely going into a loss. Why? Because you understand what's going on. You're not just blindly going into a loss. All right? You're building a position with the market maker. Okay? Remember, the market maker is always going to be in red before he is in green, but he knows that he's going to be in green at a later point. So he's got the liquidity to do that. Yeah? What is the biggest mistake we should learn about in trading in order to avoid that same dumb mistake? Pay yourself. A lot of people come and ask, you know, I don't know when to close my profit. I don't know when to close my profit. Shit, man. It's a good problem to have. But then you then start to, you know, I remember I ran some statistics on my trades and found that 72% of my losses, okay, were profitable trades before they were a loss. In other words, I never paid myself. Right? And that was on a sample size of about, I think it was about 4,000 or 5,000 trades. You know? I've lost a lot of money in this game, guys. A lot of money. I'm being sincere with you, straight up. I've lost a lot of money. But you do, and that's why this channel's here, because I'm effectively trying to help you not go through that shit, because you'll quit after you lose a lot of money. Right? I didn't, because I loved the game. I loved the game. And that's why, you know, in the first instance, the reason why I was losing so much because I was focusing too much on the money. And when I came away from that, that's when the trade started stacking up. Yeah? Yeah. Of course you do. Of course. You make money, you lose money. That's how it works. See, when I trade, like, guys, I do these streams, right? During the week, I do these streams till about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay? Then, granted, I'm even going to get up about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to look at my charts. I'm going to see the final session, final third of the Hong Kong session. All right? See where we at. Sometimes I get up a little bit later and wait for the close of it. All right? And then I see what happens in London. What are Hong Kong pretty much developing for London? And then I'm ready to trade the stop hunt rise, stop hunt low. That's how I do it. Yeah, let me bring it up to you on a chart. All right. So let's look at it like this. Let's have a stop hunt low. Here we go. Look at this. This is my trade. This is what I do. This is on a 15-minute time frame though. So you see this area here. So I'm awake. This is the dead time. This is the gap time in the market where Hong Kong's closed. They're getting on the phone to London and in Europe. All right. And having a conversation with them, letting them know about the liquidity that is trapped in one zone against another. All right. So what happens, and people, look, I've had a conversation with a banker. All right. So if I ever have to ever really verify this methodology, okay, and what I'm talking about, remember, I'm talking about two schools of thought that I've brought together and created such a hybrid approach. I've married the two systems together and we have the product here, right? Someone said to me that don't be stupid. They don't contact the other guys across the other side of the world to tell them how much money there is in one point to another, which they do. And that was verified by a banker himself, right? So what happens in this area here is they have a conversation with the European market makers and let them know what they've done in this area. And they say, we've trapped $500 million up here and we've trapped $800 million down here, all right? So what the market does, UK, Europe steps into play and they effectively do a stop hunt rise in the Brinks box. Stop hunt rise, and then they drop. I'm looking for that stop hunt rise. The reason why the stop hunt rise is because they had interest in tapping the liquidity down here. All right. So you could effectively say that they missed out on 500 million up here because they wanted to take 800 million down here. All right. So what they do is they spike the high. They try and keep the liquidity up there trapped, maybe for a later point, because they want to use the money down here. All right. Now, granted, UK didn't actually go down there because what the UK did as such is they effectively built more positions in this area because they knew that the liquidity down here, all right, was effectively going to be used to realize profit for their positions here. Okay. So if they were going short, all these pump ups, all right, are the market makers getting shorts filled at higher prices. All right. So they're getting their shorts filled higher, and then bang, snap out of the zone. They tap the liquidity. And then what happens? Price reverses and they start a new range. That's market makers' behavior, guys. That's how they do it. You know, that's exactly how they do it. Is this a failed W? Not necessarily, no. It's a small W, all right? Why? Because, look, W formation, moving average is the next point of play. You're waiting for it to break out of a moving average. It did just that. It just finished sooner. Yeah? Gerben, there you go. I mean, I've not, believe it or not, I've not actually listened to that. I'm just talking about a conversation that I've had with a banker. And he says it's exactly how they do it. And Steve Maurer confirms it. Yeah, Forex is... Hold on, which one? What, this one here? This one here? You can say that is a failed W. It was a fake out. Look, they trapped you there. Rise up, completely crashed. Take a picture of it. Be aware of it. But look, a W formation. Look at what was going on with price up here. It effectively formed an M pattern up here and then straight away a W. It was a short W. Granted, it wasn't going to last. Yes, we are trading on the waves of injected liquidity. Remember, they have to trap traders. They have to get money trapped in zones so that they can tap them later on. They have to build their positions so that they can move price and trigger all the liquidity in the trapped zones. Do you understand it now? Yeah? If you understand the concept of why they need to move price to certain zones and why they hold it and why they spike the highs, spike the lows, they need to grab the liquidity. They need to take it because they have intentions of realizing a return on them later on. At the same token, they need to make you, the retail trader, commit money into the charts. You know? No worries, man. It's all good if you're late. Don't worry. Bitcoin holding this zone. So is Ethereum. FET is moving. Filecoin. Yeah. Can you go over how you get that layout you're showing us? I'm from the US. What do you mean the layout? As in the charts themselves? Yes, Thierry, this is their playing field, man. This is their business. Oh, man. Phil, I used to play poker, man, back in the day. I went to PokerStars, European PokerStars tour in Malaga. Played the Spanish, what was it called? I've got the top, I've got my jumper that I was given. PST European PokerStars tournament, that's what it was. Yeah, God, that was like 8-9 years ago. And went out to Spain because I won a satellite tournament online. I was cleaning my bedroom and I thought, let me just take a little stab on this tournament. It cost me $2, right? And I was playing, and before you know it, got to the final table and I shipped it. I won the tournament. I thought it was just a $2 shitty tournament just to bide my time while I was just clearing up my room. I just wanted to prepare myself for the Sunday million. And I ended up shipping this tournament and I didn't even realize. I thought I won about $200. And then I look in my notifications and it said I've got a ticket. And I looked at the ticket and I managed to win the ESP, what was it? PST PokerStars tournament, European PokerStars tournament in Spain. And playing live there was crazy, man. And what I learned from poker is variance. Variance, man. It can be in your favor and it can be a fucking bitch. And trading is based on that, man. You know, trading, variance can appear in trading. Right? Nah, man, I'm not in the, I used to grind a lot of, used to do a lot of cash games, but I used to do hyper turbos. I had a push fold strategy. That's what I used to do. It was a push fold strategy, sorry. I used to play the $7 hyper turbos, 24 tables at a time, push fold, push fold, push fold. And I was looking at the ROI of per game over a long period of time. So, I was doing sessions of like playing 400-500 games a day and just pushing and pushing and pushing. I was trying to get Supernova in PokerStars back then, hit the Supernova, and then happy days. Then they pulled it. I'm actually a card counter, man. Do you personally use the scalping strategy? The scalping strategy. My strategy is based on scalping. I'm a full-on scalper. I love scalping. That's my forte. Okay, I have a small business of gambling. My win rate is 53, 55, and that gave me interests that there has to be something behind the scenes of trading and found. Haven't done any trading. Listen, you have to understand the psychology of price. Understand that. Because the only way you can influence movement of price is if you influence the emotion that someone feels when price is at a key or at a certain zone. All right? When people saw that Bitcoin was going to go to 42,000 from this point here, I was getting ready to buy. Okay? But people were getting ready to sell, or people were selling because they knew that they thought that Bitcoin was going to drop to 42. All right? It's what they do with the liquidity, guys. They know where the liquidity sits and they know where they can guide it so that they can then use it to fulfill their obligations at a later point. All right, this is a slow trend to the upside. Yeah? Let me have a look at ADA for someone, man. Here we go. There's ADA. Where's she at? Man, people have been banging on about ADA. For what reason? She ain't done anything. Oh, 3 moves to the high. Isn't it sick how they do it? 3 candles, 3 vector candles. Number 3, it's the magic number in this game, guys. We are expecting a retrace back down to the 50-day moving average, continuation to the upside. Price projection. I'm still going for 50p. Where is it? No, it's not there anymore. Oh, it actually hit it previously, then it tanked. Yeah, so first projection point is the 130. That's where I'm looking for it to go right now. Then I'm looking at the 140 as well. Who's asking the question? Wait there. Who's asked that question? Why is it that you shouldn't trade weekends? Because look, like the markets are closed now, but the market isn't closed. Yeah? Because the retail trader has finished work on the Friday and now he wants to have a go at trading crypto. So he comes to the marketplace. He's going to wake up tomorrow morning, or like the guys in the in Tokyo right now. I mean, we got right. Before I continue, I'm going to get a drink. I'm going to get a drink because my mouth is stale, man. I'm going to get myself a drink and I'll come back on for Hong Kong. I'm looking forward to Hong Kong. You like that casino ban story, yeah? Yeah, that was a funny story, man. That was a really funny story. Okay. Had me my drink. I ain't made myself a tea. What is the wildest rave you've been to? Oh, wow. the wildest rave. I'm not a rave. I'm not going to say it was a rave, but I went to download and I went to see my favorite band, Metallica, and Slipknot were there. Now, Slipknot, the song Spit It Out, Corey tends to do this thing where he tells everybody to sit down, right? Right, and he's not Corey. What's his name? What's the guy's name? Lead singer of Slipknot. What's his name? Fuck, I've forgotten his name. Yeah, it's Corey Taylor. It is Corey, isn't it? Anyway, so at that concert, Slipknot, he gets up on the mic and he says to everybody to sit down, because in the song Spit It Out, he said, there's one part of the video of the song where he says, get the fuck up. So he tells everyone to sit down. At that point, right, I wanted to get to the barrier because I wanted to see Metallica. You know, I wanted to be at the barrier because I weren't going to wait for my favorite band and I was going to be at the back. I wanted to be at the front, okay? So he was telling everyone to sit down. At that point, me and my cousin, we just ran and stepped on everyone that was in front of us, man. We didn't care. We hit people across the face with our knees. We didn't give a shit, man. We were just running, stepping on anything and everything until we got to that barrier, all right? And we then ended up in a mosh pit. I ran straight through the middle of a mosh pit, and that scared the shit out of me. I had these beefy guys getting ready to come and squash me. And then bang, we made it to the barrier, held onto the barrier and stayed there for 11 hours, man, until Metallica came on. And that's pretty much the story. James Hetfield, my guy. I love James Hetfield, man. Happy birthday, man. Yes, and then you get crushed at the barrier. I had, for that 11 hours, I was literally looking, my right eye was so close to this guy's elbow for the whole duration. Every time I turned right, I just saw an elbow. That was it. You know? So yeah. All right then. Cool. You stood on my hand. No way, Sean. That is awesome. Really, Vincent? That is crazy, man. Yeah, I've seen them 6 times. My cousin's seen him like 25 times. He's traveled around the world. He was there when they did the S&M concert. He went to the S&M concert, man. Symphony and Metallica. He was there when they recorded all of that shit, man. It was crazy. Oh, my favorite album. Do you know what? My favorite album has to be Master of Puppets. But I also do like the Black Album. I like Reload. I do like Reload. Actually, Garage Incorporated, man. That's one of my favorite albums. Ethereum. What's it? Look, guys, look. Don't panic. People are panicking, man. I'm sensing everyone's panicking. We're waiting for a pattern to play out. Look. Ethereum has to come back and test the 50-day moving average just to in line with the peak formation. Happy days. Rise. Retrace. Continuation to the upside. We're just having a chill session. Yeah, Justice for All, man. And Justice for All was good. I've got James Hetfield's Plectrum. I caught the fucking Plectrum. Can you believe that? Some random bird asked if she could go on my shoulders to look for her friends in Reading, so I let her. Walked into a mosh pit with her on my shoulders. Frantic, tick, tick, tick. Yeah, man. What a song. Frantic. Some kind of monster, man. Good album. Yeah, one is, Blackened is for me. Blackened. Do I know Iron Maiden? Jesus Christ. Of course we do. Hong Kong is now. Hong Kong is right now. We've got Hong Kong session kicking in. Let's see. Hong Kong session. Here we go. Notice the pins. Look, they're pinning the lows now. I really want Bitcoin to come back. I want it to pull back and test the 50-day. I will not be happy if she doesn't do that, because then they're effectively trapping people. I want the market makers' intention to be there. Look, she's recovered the green candle. We knew she's going to do that. No, guys, I'm not holding crypto anymore, guys. No way. I'm staking it. All right, okay, I'll probably hold a couple of coins like Fetch. That's it. But I'm staking. I'm going to take every penny out and put it into staking, guys. You know, because you're sitting through wild fluctuations, whereas I can earn an APY on a yearly on a monthly basis. You know, even at 50, like what, 50%? I earn 0.13% every day. Think about it. Staking is the future, man. Sorry. Anyone can challenge that. I've seen it with my eyes. I've seen it with my own eyes. That's what cryptocurrency is about. Yeah, staking is holding, but you know, you're consistently making gains. Whereas, you know, if you're just holding, there's nothing happening other than, you know, you're looking at your stake and you're losing. Like, staking is like opening several businesses and earning a return off them consistently. Where are you staking? I'm courtesy of PC Shed. And you're probably all going to go to my guy. PC Shed most certainly converted me, man. There you go. This is it. You are effectively a bank. You gain interest. Yeah? Death Crypt. Basically, yeah. Interest on a savings account, but across hundreds of bank accounts. Here we go. Here we go. Will Bitcoin actually come back and test the 50-day and bounce away from it? Who knows? Yeah, so what? I'm in the process on right now of pulling everything out and putting it into staking. So there's a few platforms, obviously Qcoin, Binance, Hotpoint, Bitrue, Crypto.com. They're the 5 main ones as such. And we've also got ADA. I do stake ADA now on the Daedalus wallet. Can't even say it. So I stake in a pool there. That's why a few streams ago, I was talking about creating a pool for ADA. But I'm just going to focus on staking across loads of other coins. I'm just going to see what's available and then just place it like that. Just build the portfolio. Do I still see, you still see a correction around 80, 90K? A correction to 80, 90K? What do you mean? 40% correction, 80, 90K. My goal is to put 100 stacks and invest, and the only profits from that will be staking ambitious. Took my Xmas X 6K to 20K on this very day from the pattern. Wow. Fair enough, bro. Me do a video on staking. Crypto, PC Shed has already done that video, guys. Yeah, ADA staking is good. You can even stake Doge on Binance, pretty good rate. Really? You can stake Dogecoin? No way. The Bank of Traders reality with PC Shed. Algo has good staking. Happy days. That's for me. It's just literally just the way you need to see staking is pretty much like starting a business and just making a return off it. It's like interest. That's all it is. See it as a business. Yeah. Is there a minimum you need? Yeah, each coin corresponds to a minimum amount. So, like, for example, well, some don't. Yeah, all there is a minimum amount you have to stake. I mean, let's take, for example, Zilliqa, sorry. The minimum amount on Zilliqa is 10 Zilliqa. So you work out how much each coin of Zilliqa is. You need a minimum of 10, all right? And then you get put into the pool, leave it there 30 days, happy days. You know? Cool. All right, Ethereum, what's she doing? See, look like that. See, this might be a small retrace, guys. Okay, it might be a small retrace. She's come back. See, this is what you need to see. Look, the M5 is right here. Okay, when price breaks it and pulls back, you want it to form a level of support to prove that they have conviction to see price to go to the higher side. However, if it does pull back and it doesn't come back and test the 50-day, this little move here might be short-lived. So you've got to be careful. Wells Tino, you know. Would you? Wells Tino, Wells Fargo. Amira, I wasn't sold on staking until I was sold on staking. Trust me. I hated Crow. Don't know why. I just didn't like it. Now I love it. No. What you do, the strategy is to accumulate interest. And the goal is that you can accumulate enough interest to the point where when you reinstate the interest back into the initial stake, if you're able to withdraw the initial investment from there, you are effectively printing money for free. That's the goal. You can realize it sooner with more money up front, okay? But the goal is to realize the interest there has to be more interest earned as opposed to what you initially invested. That's the goal. You know? Yeah, get looking into it, guys. This is true. We're contributing. We're giving it back. I'm already in the process of creating one. We're in the process of creating an NFT pattern. Golden Hue, it's literally like becoming a bank. Yes, it does tie your money up. Yeah. It does tie the money up. But when you're holding Bitcoin or Ethereum, all right, you're pretty much doing the same thing, but you know, you can, well, granted, when you hold, you can pull out at any time as such, but you're then left with that FOMO, aren't you? You're thinking, oh shit, man, I want to get out. Do I get out? Do I save it? What do I do? I don't really want to be in that position. This is what we're doing. We're trying to... After the retrace, where do you project Ethereum to get up to? If Ethereum now, like right now, she's forming support at the moving, at the M point there. At the M point, excuse me. At the M pivot point, right? The M5. We could see the 1737 only if this is confirmed. Because right now she's testing the 5 and the 13-day EMA on the 15-minute time frame. That's the 15-minute time frame. Yeah. So we need to see what's going to happen. We need to see what is going to happen. Right now, she's got strength, man. And the problem is, right, when the markets themselves are closed, volatility rises. Price volatility, that is. All right. And you've got to be careful of that. Ideally, you want it to retrace back to the 50-day on the hourly to determine whether or not that the intention is, you know, a full decent cycle. But remember, on the 15-minute time frame, you've got mini cycles, you've got mini M's, you've got mini W's, okay? So, I mean, look, there you go. Like, are they going to come back up? Is Bitcoin going to come and return back to the M5? Ethereum's got a lot of strength, guys. Lately, Ethereum has been killing it. Nice one, Famous, man. See you later. Ethereum is running to the hills. There you go, Stefan. There's the strategy. Hey, Brian. How you doing? I know, man. We've had a few subscribers in the last week or so. It's been awesome, unbelievable. The lines themselves are just price points. That's all. There's hardly any indicators on this. Don't use indicators. They're just price projections and points. This green box is a time zone. That's all it is. It just tells me that the Asian session start and finish. That is it. That's the Asian high, Asian mean, mid range, and the low. Back in 2017, Aaron, they didn't have financial backing. They ain't gonna let nothing crash until something triggers a crash. Till then, let's sit back. Golden, I'm going to do it tomorrow at 11:30. I'll start a bit sooner, but we're going to kick it off at 11:30. All right, so depending if you've got a demo account or a live account, if you click Market Watch, if it's not up there, go to View, click Market Watch, and then right click, go to Show All, and crypto should be right there. It's going to be 11 a.m. GMT. No, it's on annual basis. So take 15%, divide it by 365 days, and you'll have your rate. Based on whatever amount that you put down. So if you say you buy 10,000 ADA and the rate's 15% APY, do 15% divided by 365. Okay, you effectively have your daily rate on 10,000 ADA. The difference between the 15 and the 1 hour. The 1 hour time frame is the cycle, all right, the bigger cycle, and the 15-minute is the entry. Granted, the 15-minute time frame does present mini cycles, all right, because you can have, look, for example, you can have, see, look, W formation. You could have that as a W formation right there. Drop, rise, retrace, come up, rise level 1, retrace, rise level 2, retrace, rise level 3, peak formation, drop, come back down to the M4 50-day moving average, new W formation, rise back up to the upside. You can watch it afterwards, Golden Hue. I know it's a bit of an early morning thing for you guys. I'm really sorry about that. I'm going to try and make it as late as possible. But Saturdays, because I don't normally stream on a Saturday, you know, I still want to make sure that I do the Saturday morning streams to cater for everyone. So yeah, that's why I do the morning streams. Here we go, Bitcoin. I wanted to come back to the 50-day. I needed to come back to the 50-day. Can't add Wu-Tang music, man. I'd love to add Wu-Tang, man. Shit. It's Wu, motherfucker. Mars, but then think about it. If you invested in loads of other coins, all right? If you stake loads of other coins, some coins rise, some coins drop. Happy days. There is a big W form. There's a big W formed on the 1 hour time frame. This is the W that we've been trading. Look, that's the W that we've been trading. Been putting it in the community posts for the past week. I've been talking about this W all week. I've had people go on saying that I'm crazy. What by talking about Bitcoin's going to drop from this zone. And then look what she's gone and done. She's completely retraced back the whole move that people were buzzing about. Yeah. Happy days, guys. It's all happy days. Remember, let me tell you one thing, right? Let me explain something to you about this strategy. You know? In your opinion, what's difficult to trade? Crypto, Forex, or stocks? Forex and stocks are easy to trade. Okay? They are easy to trade. And to be honest with you, crypto is easy to trade as well. All three of them are easy, but I'm in a position that I can say that because I've spent a long time watching markets. I've spent a long time applying a strategy, understanding how these market makers work. You know, I've made it my whole life to understand what these guys do. And granted, I should be in that position to say that because I've committed the time to it, man. I've made my whole world about it. But for a new person coming into this game, my advice is to go Forex. The reason being is because it's simple. You don't have such wild price action. Now, people come into the game of crypto for the thrill. Yeah? In Forex, you don't really have that thrill. You don't really have it. You just have that nice slow trend move, that move to the upside. No, granted, there is volatility in Forex. I'm not saying there isn't any volatility in Forex. That would be a lie if I said that. But, you know, when you're waiting for Bitcoin to do a 36,000 pip move, and 36,000 pips in Forex is actually unprecedented, okay? When the average daily range for dollar yen is 66 pips, you're thinking to yourself, shit, man. Where's the volatility at? I mean, pound yen, that's a crazy one. Yeah? Hello, Christos, man. How you doing? Yeah, what was I going to say? Look, I look at the Discord and I'm just trying to pay attention I have to pay attention to my audience, right? Not because I need to know what I'm going to talk about next or what content can I bring and all of that mad shit. I'm trying to turn people into traders. I'm trying to get them to be proficient in this system, all right? And I'm looking at the questions that they're all asking, and I'm starting to see a pattern, believe it or not. Yeah? Leverage on there is, look, you can have 500 to 1, you can have 200 to 1, you can go all the way down to 1 to 1. All right? It's all down to what you're comfortable with. Okay? But what I'm finding is people are still of the impression that there is a set criteria that has to be honored when it comes to working out the pattern. All right? I think look, this pattern here, the tattoo, as much as we have a little joke and laugh about the tattoo and it's cool and everything, okay? This pattern here itself appears in many various forms. When I say various forms, price behaves in various ways around it. You have to understand that. Yeah? You have to understand that the price behaves differently around the pattern. Likewise, a W. Look how they threw us off here with this inverted head and shoulders. Variation on the W formation. Another W formation down here. Yeah? Now, the set of rules, confirmations. Yeah, like, Mike, everyone wants. I spoke to a gentleman this evening and he's a programmer. So a programmer, he is structured. He has to know what happens at one point to the next to the next. He has to develop a structure because that's how he understands. You know, his nature of his work as a programmer is processes. All right? Set of commands that have to happen in order for the desired result to be achieved. You can't really have that sort of approach with trading. You're operating in the realm of uncertainty. You ain't going to know what's going to happen next. How can you have a rule for what's going to happen next when you're not going to know it? All right? So what you do is you develop your repertoire by exposing yourself to variations of these patterns where you can make a judgment on each pattern accordingly. And the more you expose yourself to these patterns, the more you're going to start seeing the same shit happening over and over again. Right? And then you're going to say, look, I've seen that move before. I've seen it where the W on the first leg of the W has only had 2 vector candles as opposed to 3 vector candles. I find that the 2 vector candle one tends to not really perform as good as what the 3 vector candle would be. Or the one long vector candle doesn't really, it creates an aggressive, choppy, a bit of a really bad W formation. Do you understand where I'm going with this, guys? Yeah? Oh, no. Brandon, no, I hear what you're saying, man. Don't worry about that. I hear what you're saying. But it's just, I'm giving you my feedback from what I see in the Discord and guys in general. Don't be too hard on yourselves. Yeah? Don't be too hard and forcing this concept. The best way to understand this strategy is to watch it play out. Granted, there's things that we need to understand. Yeah, I get that. All right? Tino, are there any usable patterns? Listen, Gerben, there is patterns on there. Trust me. There's patterns on there. Yeah. Laters, Drew. But what I'm trying to get at is don't see this strategy as static. All right? This strategy is all about how do you operate in chaos. Oh, I ain't even going in it tonight, straight pipping, bro. That was last night. Last night, people got ripped new backsides, man. Literally. Last night's stream, I don't know if you watched it, man, but I literally went into town on the concept of trading as a whole. No one time I'll go, fuck it, I'm going in. No one takes this game seriously, straight up. No one does. I think people should be fined when they come into this game if they don't take it seriously. That's not including the losses. Losses are part of the game. I think we should enforce fines for people that come into this game thinking they can take the piss. Ultimately, the market maker's going to tax you either way. You know? No, it's not a science. It's not a science. It is genuinely an art. It's artistry right there. You know? An artist, he pulls up his paint palette. He starts painting. You think he has what he has in his mind. He has the image he wants to draw in his mind, and the end product is something completely different. Why? Because he's improvising. And this is what this game's about. It's about improvisation. As in WD Gan. The game bucks the chavs that ain't got the minerals. Yes, God, look. I've done this video. I traded the presidential election, and that's in the channel. I've done that. So go and have a watch of that video. It's in the channel. It's obviously got lost in all these streams, but I traded the presidential election and I talk about the trades. The principles in there, fundamentally, they are very applicable. But you know what the worst thing is, guys? Whether you see me trade, do a video on trading as such, no problem, can do the video, all right? But we're operating effectively in hindsight. You're not really going to learn. Well, visually you can learn in hindsight. For example, people come to the stream still and say to me that they can't see M's and W's. I'm like, shit, man. At what part of the alphabet did you cut off the M and the W and you don't recognize what an M and a W is? And this is it. Financial advice. Live videos are very tricky. And there are people, right? There are people that get rewarded for whistleblowing. They'll go to these channels and see at what point have I instructed any individual to make a purchase, at what price and what have you. I want to be on this channel and try and help as many people as I physically can and expose myself to continuously mastering this approach. The longer I'm on the streams, the more I'm mastering this strategy, the better you guys are going to learn it quicker, because I'm going to find an easier way of doing things. Okay? I'm going to realize patterns in my mind every single day. I'm watching these charts non-stop. When I'm not streaming, I'm watching charts. If I'm sleeping, the charts are probably on in the background. If I get up for a piss in the middle of the night, I'm walking past on the hallway, there's a laptop there, and I see price. Everywhere I go, I see the charts. I'm creating impressions in my mind, and then I'm coming to the charts and I'm like, okay, what have we got here? And I can see the W's, I can see the M's, I can see the market maker's intention, I can see the fake, the stop hunts, the fake outs, trapping of the zones. I'm seeing this shit happening all the time. I'm telling you, it's artistry. You're realizing and impressing your mind with patterns of behavior. This is what you've got to understand. All right? You are your goal in this is not to approach trading with a technical approach, but you have to see it metaphorically. Ask yourself the question, in an ideal world, what is the market maker trying to make the retail trader do? We have our tools. Our tools are our entry, our exit, our averages, the candlesticks. That to me is the technical side of trading, and a couple of trend lines and a pattern. Yeah? The rest of it is the psychology, because I can only apply the technical terms optimally if I understand what's happening behind price. Meta game. Finished. Meta game. This is why I bang on about psychology. It's the metagame. In poker, metagame. Do you understand how difficult it is to understand someone's hand and the range when you have 30 seconds to either check, raise, or fold? How much more information can you get from someone's betting behavior? How do they play at the turn? How are they playing off the button? Every time you raise, they check. Every time you raise, they call. Every time you re-raise their raise, they fold or they re-raise. You're not getting much information because it's happening in such a small amount of time. The way you get around that is you expose yourself to more situations. Now that's the same thing with trading. The idea is to expose yourself to variations of the W, variations of the M. You ain't gonna find the perfect M and you're not gonna find the perfect W. Get that out your mind. It's BS. That's false hope right there. If you think you can just come to the chart and draw a W and think it's gonna work, then you're setting yourself up for a little bit of a problem. There's always a variation. And the one thing that I'm telling you guys is, please be patient. You will know when the market maker's getting ready to make money because he can't hide his intention, because he has to put his footprint on the chart. All right? Here it is on the 15-minute time frame. What do we know about the number fucking 3? 1, 2, 3, shifting out the zone. Rise, retrace, continuation up. Why have I not seen any green candles in this zone? All right, a couple down here, but they're not in line of coming out of a zone. They're all at the zone. They're not coming out of it. Yeah? Michael Saylor's a new John McAfee. Oh, wow. He actually is like that guy, isn't he? I know people doubt the pattern, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm glad you doubt it because I'm always still here proving it. I guess I love what I do too much, man. That's why I get a bit defensive when someone tries to say that I'm fake or I'm fucking, these patterns are nothing and it's bullshit. You've been ingrained with so much retail bullshit from the market makers. You listen to your fucking broker. Yeah? Man. That's the problem. That's why human behavior can be predicted, because people are fucking gullible, man. That's the issue. Just because someone, you see it on a website or you see it on Instagram or you see something, you think that's authority. Get the fuck out of here, man. This game is about thinking out of the box. You really do have to think about out of the box. Funny honesty. Yes, Tony, they did. They certainly doubted Jesus. Not that I'm in comparison to him, but the idea is, even when you try and help people, you're still condemned for it. Like, what the fuck is that, man? You get challenged for not helping, and you get challenged for helping. This is what I don't understand about human behavior. One thing I can guarantee about human behavior is it's fucking backwards. We're all human, don't get me wrong. Yeah? We are all human. And I'll tell you one thing, I'm going to get into all of your minds, all right? Before I tell you when to enter or when to exit on this, I'm going to get into all of your minds, and I'm telling you now, once it clicks, it fucking clicks. You will never, ever look at price ever again the same way. You'll never look at it again. The fact that the majority of you guys have come into these streams. If I started this stream today and I said to all of you guys, oh, the market makers, you'll be like, who's the market maker? Oh, and when price is dropping, it means that they're buying. Buyers are in control, not sellers. You would probably all laugh at me. You'll be like, what the hell do you mean? Only those that know will know. Yeah? Blue candles means volume is rising. Some people don't like that they are wrong, but that's because they don't open themselves. That's another problem in this game, guys. If you can't accept that you're wrong. Also, another one. Loads of people have been messaging me saying to me that I hate losing. I hate losing. You need to embrace losing now. You know? You need to embrace losing is your winning. Do you understand that? Losing is the winning in this game. Because granted, you're not going to win every trade, but if you can take a loss, you can take a win. If you can't take a loss, you ain't taking no fucking wins. I'm telling you now. You'll just keep taking losses non-stop. And they will be nice, big losses, man. And there will be those losses that you had no intention. Yeah? That's how it is, man. You'll always learn more from your losses, but you can learn even more from your wins. Let's be honest. How many of you studied your wins? Straight up now. How many of you paid attention to your fucking wins? How many? You see it as a win. You don't give a fuck because you've achieved the desired result. Yeah? How many of you actually studied your wins? Here's another one. If you're waiting to find the right entry, you won't find it. Okay? Because it will never be there for you. But the accurate entry, yeah, you've got a chance. All right? Don't put pressure on yourself to find the right entry. And don't look at the Discord when you see guys posting the crypto profits and all of that. You know, see it as motivation. All right, yep. You know, if you're making £5 on a trade, do that 100 times. If you're able to consistently make £5 on a trade, I mean, what happens to a penny when it's compounded, you know, when it's doubled for 30 days? Do the math. Yeah? When the market maker retires, you can take his place. Oh boy. Yeah, most of your losses started as wins. That's exactly what happened to me. You know, when you don't focus on your wins, you focus on your losses. You pay more attention to your losses, all right? So then what you're doing is you're focusing on what not to do as opposed to focusing on what you should do. It doesn't make sense, innit? They always tell you, study your losses, study your losses. You know, they're going to help you win. No. Why am I going to study more of what I shouldn't be doing? I should be studying more of what I should be doing. Capiche? Yeah? Look, to anyone that has, you know, if you're studying your wins, you're getting it because you want to understand why it worked. Study the wins. And guys, projection. Do it. Sonny Biggs, man. You're funny, bruh. How do I draw on MT4? How do I draw my loss? My is that what you're asking? After 18k in losses, I'm ready for wins now. One win at a time, I'm going to get back. I've seen, you know what? I've had some messages of people, they've lost a lot of money and it's disgusting, you know, and it's crazy. This is it, PC Shed. Conscious competent. That's stage 4. Go research the 4 stages that a trader goes through. It's in Mark Douglas's book. All right. The traders that are continuously earning money, there is no such thing as a consistently profitable trader. Consistently profitable. That's implying that he never loses. It's impossible to never lose. I would be a trillionaire in a week. Yeah? If I never lost, I would be a trillionaire in a week, with the exception of PC Shed with his disgusting record. But traders go through stages. John, thank you very much for that. I'm wondering, if you are supposed to be out of the trade in a day or sooner, what happens when it takes more than a day to play out? 2-hour rule. A day trader starts in the morning, he finishes in the evening. A day trader can start in the morning and he'll be finished within 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 3. All right? The 2-hour rule is a massive window for a scalper, all right? Or for a 5-minute or a 15-minute time frame trader. Okay? It's a big window of time, right? You don't really look at the 2-hour rule when you're holding, when you're trading high time frames. For example, you're not going to trade the 2-hour rule on the hourly, all right? Well, you can, depending on where you are, but you're not going to apply it to the 4-hour time frame. It's bigger time frame, holding it for longer, all right? You could do the 4-hour rule. So it's according to the 4-hour rule. Get out of the trade if it hasn't realized the movement in 4 hours. All right? It's up to you. That's how it works. What happened to Tony? What you done, Tony, my man? What are you doing? You're being congratulated. What did you do, bro? Tony Carver. No, it's not. It's not by me. It's by Mark Douglas. Yeah, as I was saying earlier on about projections, get practicing, drawing out a pattern. Yes, I have the Forex class tomorrow. Tony, you made 569 today. Easy game. Easy game. Make sure you get into the habit of drawing these W's and these M's and projecting them out. If they don't play out, fine. Study why it didn't play out. Look at what price did in relation to the moving average. Look at what it did in relation to the other moving averages. What zone did it hit? Is it the M5, M4? Is the M3 being confirmed? Looking for the M5. Look at the pattern there that appeared at the M3 pattern. Happy days. Yeah? I've realized that I make trades in a 30 to 2 hours timeline. Do you think there's a good time frame for each trade? Preference, my friend. It's what you're comfortable with, and it's whatever the pattern is doing. How important is risk management in my opinion? In the channel, there's a video called Money Management versus Mind Management. Okay? I'm going to get the video up now for you. Go and watch that. That video itself helps you understand the differences between having a sound money management practice and then having a mind management practice, which if you have the correct, you can have the right statistical money management approach, Okay. However, if you haven't got the right mindset, you're fucked. There's no point in trying to apply it. There's that video. Watch it later. It's called mind management over money management. You can't have one without the other. Noble Eagle. Yes, and if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. It's free of charge. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. What do you think about spider lines on a chart? What are spider lines? I don't know what the term is. What are spider lines? Thank you very much, Zubri. The retrace has to be... Look, the 50-day moving average is on the hourly, right? The 50-day hourly moving average, okay, is the 200-day on the 15-minute time frame. You want price to come back down at least to this zone here. Yeah, the website's fire, bro. I messaged you back, man. I love that website, man. Guys, go to Bang Out the Zone and check out his website. It's fire. Hold on. What is it called again? Quickly tell me what it's called, bro. Bang Out the Zone. Tell me the website again. What's it called? Oh, man. Nah. There's only two support and resistance lines I use, and that's these two right here. That is it. When price pulls away from them, I'm looking at my shorts. When price goes towards them, I'm looking at longs. Simple as. What's it called? Bang Out the Zone. What is it, man? Emu. I mean, look, if it works for him, it works for him. But me and Mike did a test, and where the market cipher said to sell, we brought, and we obviously won in the trade. Now I really want to test it out. I really want to test this market cipher. Right? I want to really challenge it and see how it works, because I don't really know how it works. To be honest with you, I have jumped through various systems in my time. All right, I've tried to look for the Holy Grail, and little did I know, I was already sitting on it, and it was in my mind. All I needed was just an understanding. I needed to understand how this worked, and I had to be accepting of it. All right, I had to be accepting of it. That's the thing. Because normally when you start this game, you're on the hunt to try and find one system, another system. Haven't you asked yourself the question, why are there so many fucking systems out there? Why aren't they all killing it? The reason being is because they're not designed to factor in psychology of price. There is not one indicator that tells you that when price is dropping, it means the market makers are buying. Yeah? There's not one indicator out there that's going to tell you the story as to why when you draw a zone like this, what is actually really happening. They're just going to say, if it breaks the high, you go long. It breaks the low, you go short. Finished. You know? Don't tell you shit. That's why they do provide systems, because they know people buy them, because 90% of people come into the game and they don't know what they're fucking doing. And that's why 95% of them lose, because they're all doing the wrong thing. Oh, man. Fucking, I ain't going to go into it again. What's the point in lower leverages when you can buy the same lot size at a lower price with higher leverage? Yes, but your fluctuations are pretty big. but it depends. I mean, I'm looking at Forex from Forex point of view. I use 500 to 1 leverage on small accounts if I'm doing a challenge. And in my stream, I've got in my videos, you obviously know there's how to grow a small Forex account. That was done with a 500 to 1 leverage, 100 and realized 700% return on 106 trades. So you can use, leverage in your favor. Me versus the market cipher. I'm going to do it. I'm actually going to do a video. I'm going to do Traders Reality versus market cipher. That's what I'm going to do. That's my next video. I'm going to put it together. I'm going to see how it's all going to work and look at the variables. And, I'm not going to discredit the system. No, I'm going to rip the shit out of it. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Why not? Why not? Why not? Because the reason I say that is because there are so many systems out there that give the story that they can falsify the market, but you can't because you're not including various things. Now, granted, they can have a success rate. I'm not going to hide from that. They do have success. They wouldn't charge what they charge for them. But when you don't know how to trade and you have a strategy that pretty much implies that it tells you when to enter and when to exit, okay, there you go. But you see, this is the thing, right? Market cipher, right? Scott G says market cipher has been wrong 3 times this week. Okay. Well, not all systems are 100%. This strategy isn't 100%. Yeah. We have to we have to be realistic here. Market cipher isn't going to be 100%, and neither is this strategy going to be 100%. But for me, I want to understand, what justifies, an entry or, a buy or a sell. And I just want to break it down. Still costs 4. So hold on, it's an ongoing payment. I thought it was just one payment. That's why a lot of the channels are banging on about conspiracy. In what sense? The guy that created Market Cipher did live trades on YouTube today and made hundreds of thousands of dollars. His name is CryptoFace. Okay. Cipher prints 1 silver of the picture with each candle. Tighter and tighter waves are visual representative of W's. People being trapped. Yes, we do the 50 and the 200. Have you seen? Okay. Well, JP, this is exactly what I've done. I've taken one strategy by PVSRA, taken the market maker method by Steve Marin. Both of them are market maker strategies. Join them together and we have the strategy. Yeah? I should go on BitBoy's channel. If he were to invite me, I would go on BitBoy's channel all day. Hold on. This crypto face made 3 wrong live trades, cut the stream and left and deleted the stream. That's crazy. That is nuts. Did that actually happen? Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you what. I ain't going to be beefing anyone else, man. I ain't beefing no one. At the end of the day, I'll still be trading. That's all I care about. We're all on this journey together. I ain't going to be battling people, trying to disprove his strategy or my strategy. Like, I couldn't give a fuck. I know what works. You know? I know what works. I've had the conversations with the fuckers that deal with it and move it. You know? Remember, they have to make it so that you guys, so that the retail trader has a market to trade in. We have to allow people to have dreams. So that's why they encourage these brokers, these influencers, people trading high leverage. You know, they're selling dreams. You know, this system generates X amount, or, you know, this strategy gets you this, or what the fuck, man. This game, all right, is for the big boys and their ability or their way of just moving money from one friend's account to another. That's it. It's their tool. And you think that some dude has managed to code a way to completely break the system. Granted, he may make a lot of money in market cipher, and if it works for him, touch wood, man, fair play to the guy. If he's broken the system, welcome to the matrix, brother. I'll shake his hand. But my problem is people just, they come into this game and think it's that simple. That's what it is. For me, that's what I think it is, man. Nah, I ain't losing my faith. Nah, I ain't losing my faith. But listen, this is it. He does win trades. That's the thing. You know, he does win trades, and you can't deny that from the guy. That's it. He really does. One guy, Mike said it. You know, it's win-loss porn. That's what it is. It's win-loss porn. That's all it is. We ain't bashing the guy, man. We ain't bashing the guy. If anything, I'm giving credit to the guy. You know? Yeah. See, this is what I don't understand with this leverage. I don't know if the leverage is same in cryptocurrency as it is in Forex. Because people are talking about, oh, I went 75x. I'm thinking, what the fuck is that? You know, I've got accounts where I'm trading 500 to 1. You know? Yeah, I ain't. This is our little zone, guys. I ain't gonna go anywhere. You know? This is true. 9 million into a trade, making 300k is not a good trade. It's not. Statistically, it's not. You know, that's a lot of money, man. Just to make 300k, it's not much. Yeah. When you're risking 9 mil to flip 300k, that's crazy. And this is it. Forex is so much more less. It's so less volatile. You know? Yeah, Kong hasn't done anything tonight, guys. They're just stalling. It's literally, it's so, you know, it's, I don't know. There's a lot of it is entertainment as well, man. You know? A lot of it is entertainment. I mean, would I risk 9 mil and only pull 300,000 from it? But you know what? If you don't pay to play, then you don't win. You know? If you don't pay to play, you don't win. The risk is crazy. Look, man, look, this is it. This is why you've got to be fair play to the guy. That's it. He's created something. People have adopted it. He's got the money for it. Happy fucking days. Done. Obviously, the longer it gets adopted. How old is Market Cypher? That's the question. How old is it? Really? Oh. Hold on. It's 5 years old or a year old. Masterful COD streamer. Look, guys, I'm new to the crypto space. All right? I'm new to it. I have no authority in it. None whatsoever. And neither do I have it. Like, do I want it? That's true, PC Shed. You know? I don't have no authority. You know, you won't ever see me. I won't ever reveal myself. I'm just all about the charts. That's all. Does he know? Does CryptoFace know that people are making it, like, using it for free? Like, is the PC Shed video the podcast? Is that what you mean? This is it. I think what we're going to do, right, is we're going to go, it's time to go over to Mike Dutch's stream. All right? We got to go over to Mike Dutch's stream. We hit it over there, all right? And we'll have a conversation there. If I don't fall asleep before the time I go over to the stream, I'll be speaking to you guys tomorrow, the Patreons and the members in the live tomorrow. But it's all love at the end of the day, guys. Yeah, at the end of the day, whether we are watching patterns, whether we are trying to grab market cipher movements, if we're doing leverage or whatever, right? Everyone's in it because they want to make that bit of money. You know? They just want to make that bit of money. They just want to just make life a little bit easier. You know? Because it's, you know, people got dreams. By any means necessary. That's how it is. All right? For anyone that's new tonight, thank you very much for subscribing if you've subscribed. Mike Dutch's channel should be appearing right now. So if you type in Mike Dutch, it should say Mike Dutch's stream. Mike Dutch, are you there, bro? Can you shout out that email again? The email. What, my email? If you want my, if you want my email, it's just tino@tradersreality.com. Yeah, it disconnected again. Fucking hell, man. How long have I been talking and you guys ain't been hearing it, man? Can you hear me now? Alright, tell you what. Let's make it over to Mike's channel. Let's go. I'll catch you there, guys. See you in a bit.